This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
This is a mini meditation guided by Bombas. Repeat after me. I'm comfy. I'm cozy. I have 0 blisters on my toes. And that's because I wear Bombas, the softest socks, underwear, and t-shirts that give back. One purchased equals one donated. Now go to bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN at checkout.
It's the Bob and Tom Show. Hello, everyone. I'm Chick McGee, and this is my first song.
Chick.
Oh, this is my posse. Hello, ladies.
Chick. Hi, Chick. Oh, yeah.
This is a song that's called...
Chick.
Well, no, it's not. It's not called Chick. It's a song that I'm very familiar with. My life as a ladies' man.
He can't get enough.
Oh, I heard that.
He can't get enough.
Yes. Take off your dress.
He can't get enough.
Tell me something I don't know.
He can't get enough.
Nasty tough.
Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff. He can't get enough.
Yeah.
Nasty stuff. Nasty stuff.
They're wet, Chick.
I don't know what happened there. Well, you know, I am a badass.
You're a badass.
Stanky?
Chick.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, that's very good.
Chick.
I'd give that a right on, brother.
Right on.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I lost you. I don't know what you're trying to say.
Can't get enough.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, look at that. Here it comes again. Nasty stuff. Oh,
Nasty stuff.
let's get freaky.
Nasty stuff.
I know my way around it.
Nasty stuff. He can't get enough. Nasty stuff.
Give me that tang.
Nasty stuff.
Are you ladies digging my rap? Oh, this is where we break it down. Oh, no, that's the next song, isn't it? You know, speaking of nasty stuff, I've never had a problem in that area. Everyone out there, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Please. N-A-S-T-Y. 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 N-A-S-T-Y.
Nasty. Stanky.
Chick. What? Okay, now that we're grooving, how do we stop? Lay it on me, ladies.
He can't get enough.
Give it up.
Shaniqua.
He can't get enough.
Give it up for the Mac Daddy.
He can't get enough.
Nasty tough.
Nasty stuff.
Give me some skin.
Nasty stuff.
Oh, my
Nasty stuff.
God.
He can't get enough.
Look at the size of those.
Hey.
Nasty stuff.
This never happened before. Do you have a towel or a moist towel? Well, thanks for the bump and grind. Peace out.
Many portions of the upcoming program have been pre-recorded, meaning they've already happened. And they're about to happen again. So where was it? Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we're glad to have you here. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Got an email, Tom.
What does it say?
Dear, let's see. Dear douchebags.
Oh,
I guess that's us.
Sure, yeah.
Love the show. Been listening off and on since '94. Mostly in the past 10 years, though. My listening has really increased. I have compiled from the past year, 2022, the list of phrases, words, bits being used from least to most.
Oh, boy.
All right. Okay. What's he got?
Least, 40 plus years. I'm not sure. That was used 4 times. Kim tattoo on ass song. I'm not sure what that is.
Oh, that's me. Yeah, the Tom Petty thing.
Oh, yeah. Kim tattoo on ass. Kim, he's
Right.
Right.
Okay. Shirley Bassey and Goldfinger 5 times. Pickle in the ass song 10 times.
Yeah, at least.
Remember that?
It's a good song.
It is a good song.
Western Union 12 times.
Oh, more than that.
Mitch Miller 14 times.
Really?
That seems low. Tom Jones Pussycat 14 times.
No, that seems low.
That's low.
So low.
That is low.
Cow Valve 16 times. The Fugitive 18 times.
Man, I hate that one.
Ace farting.
Fugitive.
There it is.
I'm sorry, 19. Ace farting a hole in his underwear 23 times. Captain of Her Heart song 26 times. We did hit a nice soft hot spot with Captain of Her Heart by what is it? Double? Remember, it wasn't
That's
double.
right.
It was double. 30 years, 29 times. I don't know what 30 years means.
When you complain that you've been sitting here for 30 years and putting up with it.
Yeah.
22.
Thank you. Chicks Fort Wayne incident 31 times. DeLand, Florida 64 times.
Minimum.
Accurate.
Macaque monkey 73 times. Puppets 363 times. Sexy time 428 times. Well, that's got to be more than
Sexy time.
400.
pot,
These aren't
marijuana,
accurate. This is just...
pot, marijuana, weed, etc. 631 times.
And you're welcome, you guys. You know,
And
it's an honor.
the most often heard phrase from our show last year, 2022, it was heard 3,243 times. Some variation of, that's right, that's exactly right. Is that right? 3,243 times.
Is that right?
That is from Eric.
Thank you, Eric.
Happy New Year, Eric, in Warren, Ohio.
All right. We were talking about songs about shaking for some reason. And Christy mentioned the Hippie Shake.
I like that song.
Great version by the Georgia Satellites.
If I ever wanted to know what Lou Brookhiser would sound like talking about the hippie shit, I now know what it would sound like.
I like Louis Rukeyser.
There you go.
Used to host that stock show.
Wall Street Week, man. Yeah.
The song Hippie Shake, there was a big hit version. This is one of the big hit versions from way back, Christy. Very Beatles-esque.
I like this.
Yeah, there you go. That's it's deliberately sounding like the Beatles in a certain era.
Yeah.
Pre-65, I would guess. Here's the original by Chan Romero. Pretty good.
The interesting thing about this, it was released in 1902.
Yeah.
Way ahead of its time.
You don't like that?
I love it.
Kind of raw.
Yeah, I love that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Just making
Then, of course,
make an effort to have it recorded professionally.
well, I'm sure it was many, many years ago.
Come on.
Then there's, of course, this version we talked about.
Not as good.
You know what? Georgia Satellites?
Oh no, I love Georgia Satellites, and I think that is good. But that raw feel of the first two is
Get a little huggy, no kissing.
is cooler.
This is the.
Yeah.
I don't like that one.
No, I don't need too much nose.
I don't like it.
Too nasal.
That's maybe the vocal.
I prefer the first one you played.
The less
Yeah.
nasal vocal. Okay.
Yeah, the Beatlesque one.
Yeah, the Beatlesque.
No huggy, no kissy until I get a wedding ring.
That song's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
I love that song.
Dan Baird and the Georgia Satellites.
They were here.
That's correct. Let's. Well, I'm sorry. We'll get off of our thing here and we'll move forward here.
It's catching on. Hey, douchebags.
Yeah.
Another email. After the pandemic fiasco, I currently have 250 rolls of toilet paper and 87 rolls of paper towels on hand. Not going to get caught low on either ever again. So there you go.
Okay, you were one of
Because
those
you were
people.
complaining about.
I wasn't complaining. I was just saying the one time I was in Costco, it was someone who worked here. We were getting something. I forget what it was. I've never been in there. I'm not a member. I think I'm going to join, though, after Pat's song.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Sounds good. But I ran into someone, and they literally had hundreds of rolls of toilet paper in a giant cart. And they didn't, when I walked up to say hello, they didn't say, oh, by the way, we're...
Why would they even think to do that?
Because no human being would have several hundred rolls of toilet paper for their home.
Well, maybe they weren't buying it for their home. That's what
wouldn't
I'm
you
saying.
say something?
No. It's none of your damn business.
I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. The kids have dysentery. I'm buying a lot of toilet paper.
I am... All right, never mind.
We have an addition to the list of things we've said over the past year, 2022.
What do we got?
I don't like
This is from Adam. Tom said, I'm sorry, with no real feeling, about 1,235 times last year. And you just said it. There it is. That's the I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't mean it. We have a story I think that'll interest Josh.
I'm sorry.
About a World War II era map that's just been released. Is there gold hidden somewhere in the Netherlands? This is exciting stuff. What have you got?
A World War II era map, as Tom just said, sparked a hunt for treasure reportedly hidden by German soldiers in the Netherlands. The map was made public by the Dutch National Archive. Amateur treasure hunters then grabbed metal detectors and shovels and started wandering through the fields.
How'd you like to know an
surrounding-
amateur treasure hunter? Dick?
I think I might hang with that guy. I like that with the metal detector and the
You have one?
The earphones. Yes, I
Isn't this
do.
the theme of several movies?
Sure.
They go back after the war and they
Yes,
look for the treasure
yeah.
that the
National treasure.
But this is real. They just released this map.
Yeah, they're wandering around the field surrounding a rural town of Omeren. The archive said the map was believed to indicate where Nazi soldiers had hidden 4 large boxes filled with diamonds, rubies, gold, silver, and jewelry they'd taken after an explosion at a bank in August of 1944. National Archives spokeswoman Anne Mariki Sampson reports that the Institute undertook various failed attempts to find the treasure back in 1947.
Oh, so they went, we didn't find it. I guess we'll just release it, see if somebody else can.
That's kind of cool. I'm seeing Nick Cage. Anybody here?
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's because he starred in the National Treasure.
Yeah.
Yes.
When
Yeah.
I'm seeing him,
That's why I'm seeing it.
That director was seeing.
who would you see in this movie, Josh?
Boy, oh boy.
Didn't they do something called Monuments Men or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, they did.
John Goodman, Matt Damon, Bill Murray.
George Clooney.
Somehow boring. I don't know how
A
they.
lot of good people too.
Yeah, how they made that not
We got a
entertaining.
great cast, a good story. Let's get a bad script. Mix things up.
It was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, we also need a crap director. Any ideas?
It was George Clooney.
There you go.
Oh, he's a good director.
Kidding.
You loved his movie about the CBS News, right?
Oh, I did like that one.
It was a good movie.
It's a very good movie.
What was that called again?
Good night and good luck.
There you go. Very good.
Nope,
Very
it's
good.
good night and good luck.
Every scene, someone is smoking in that movie. But no, this is. I think this is kind of cool. They just
So-
released this map, and these guys are all looking for
Did
it.
they release it online and anybody can look at it and go, hey, let's go find this stuff?
Apparently,
Has anybody found anything? No.
No, and no one will
Well, it's
find
just
it.
been released. People are still getting
Want
there.
to take bets on that?
In fact, I bet you I will find it.
You're going to go look.
That's right. Now, I'm betting on the fact that I won't.
I'm not betting that you will.
weird though. They say it's primarily Bitcoin, which is weird.
Oh, yeah, that
from
is weird.
1946.
I'd imagine this is somewhere in a vault in Argentina. I'd bet is what I would say.
I'd bet on that too, Willie.
Yeah, that is a pretty good guess.
Misleading people.
It says the map was obtained from a German soldier shortly after the war by the Dutch Institute that was tasked with tracing German capital in the Netherlands after the country was freed from occupation by the Nazis in 1945. The research file, which held the map, was released this week as the maximum period of 75 years during which it could be held confidential.
Interesting.
So that's kind of cool. I didn't realize they had to hold it confidential, but we'll see. Be listening. Maybe in a few weeks someone's going to strike. And then what do you do, though? If you find it, do you get to keep it?
Do you get to keep it?
'Cause
Finders,
if
keepers,
all,
losers,
well,
weepers.
I don't know. It's all stolen. It's like all that artwork that's being returned to the people who actually owned it. We'll see.
Wouldn't you get a percentage, maybe?
Oh, I wouldn't tell anybody.
You wouldn't tell anybody.
Heck no. If they're going to take it from me.
Well, how are you going to... What are you going to fence your diamonds? How are you going to make
It's the same
money?
thing. That's why I don't ever report any of my income. If you take some.
Well, welcome to the Bob and Tom Show here for a Thursday morning. This is Christopher here in the Bob and Tom studios. On the show today, Donnie Baker, Greg Warren, Greg Morton, Allie Breen, and Dave Dugan, all coming up this morning. But next, we'll feature a segment with rocker Peter Frampton. Come on back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help you when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Over the past several days, 3 females have been found dead.
Looks like someone's going after these girls. Then they have to know to watch their backs.
Streaming now.
You really want what happened if this one that happened to you?
Exactly why I need to keep going on this.
Starring Emmy Award winner Amanda Seyfried.
I'm worried about what you're gonna find. So am I.
Long Bright River. A limited series. Streaming now. Only on Peacock.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show here for a Thursday morning. This is Christopher speaking. Hope you're having a good morning so far. This segment features rocker Peter Frampton, who's been on the show several times. Nice guy, good interview. Peter Frampton here on the Bob and Tom Show.
And we're getting hooked up with a very special guest. And there he is on the big screen. Hey, Peter.
Hi.
Hey, it's Peter Frampton. And lean your head down, Peter. Is that an official Peter Frampton cap? What does that say?
No, it's actually Blackberry Farm.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Tom's been there.
I've been there a couple times. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's killer, isn't it?
Yeah. Mr. Frampton, are you calling us from Tennessee?
Yes, I am calling you from Nashville.
All right. And you're going back on the road. Tell us the story.
Well, as you know, we all got shut down with COVID. And we were supposed to go in 2020 after the finale tour here in the U.S. and Canada. We were supposed to go to Europe in May of 2020. And didn't happen, obviously, because we were all shut down. But we did manage to go there last November. They dangled the tour in front of me, and I said, "Well, let me check the old fingers." And so far, there they go again. So far, so good. So, and then we came back, and within a month, we did another TV show with an invited audience here in Nashville for Sky Arts over in England, UK. And I'm still, there they come, So anyway, I decided that, look, I'm not going to sit home this summer. If I'm still playing guitar, and enjoying it, that's the main thing. So I just decided to, if we can make it a little easier the way we tour, so it's not like 3 months straight. It's 2 months. It's 2 weeks every month, basically, for 3 months. So, I think I'm going to be able to manage it.
And you're referencing your fingers. You have a medical issue that has been sort of creeping and crawling. And how's that going? If you're feeling great,
it's going fine, thank you.
Has it affected your playing at all?
If I said no, that's a lie. But supposedly my band can't tell the difference, which worries me. But they're just lying to the boss, So no, I'm still able to play pretty damn well. I'm very pleased. So I'm looking forward to there's nothing like it for me to get out there, and even though I will be seated this time, we started that on the European tour. Because, doing a solo, I get so excited, I just like wobble off, Oh, he's down. He's wobbled. So anyway, I just decided that let's get the old crew back. Well, I told everybody I quit, so the band and everybody. So luckily, we've got the band back. And some of the crew members couldn't come back, even though they wanted to, because you said you quit. And so they've gone off to do other things. But we've got a great new crew. And I just think of this tour as the bonus tour. I never thought this would ever happen. So I'm so thrilled and pleased that I'm going out there. And we're gonna dig up some deep cuts that we haven't played maybe for a long time or even ever. So we're rehearsing for quite a bit to kind of do stuff, just try stuff that I've never done before.
We're speaking with a great Peter Frampton. Peter, are you going to do any Humble Pie stuff?
Oh, I'm sure we will. Yes, definitely.
Okay,
great.
When it comes to songwriting, with the different situation with your hands, has this made you write in a different way? Are you sitting at a piano or with a bass, or do you?
No, I write. I write with acoustic, electric, a piano, and I have written with bass as well. Yeah, but no, that hasn't really changed. So my writing, and in fact. What I've been working on for the last couple of years and still working on it, is a brand new, all my songs, no co-writes, just this is the way I used to write in 1970, So, and we have these 3 reissued vinyls that are coming out, Wind of Change, Frampton's Camel, and the Frampton album are the first 3. And they are being reissued very soon. And boy, do they sound good on vinyl. Oh, my goodness. Just anything sounds good on vinyl.
Yeah. Now, do you have a record? Do you have a record player at your house?
I do. Is that? Yeah, I had got rid of mine years ago, obviously. And then I've had one for the last, 6, 7, 8 years now. And I just love it. Get out these albums that I brought from England. I have, not only do I have the week of release of the original mono Sgt. Pepper, but I have the stereo one too, which was released not as popular because the Beatles didn't really want to be dealing with anything stereo, so they let somebody else do it, but virtually, and. But those things like that, really early records that, I could probably sell those for quite a bit, actually.
You probably could.
Peter,
why don't you let me take a look at those?
Peter, Chick McGee, and I, we always have to bring this up when we're talking to you. You've obviously released.
No, here's the thing I need to tell Peter. Last time I saw him, and it wasn't that long ago, like 2 years ago, you played, and I was hoping you would. My favorite song, everybody has a favorite song off Comes Alive, but mine is I'll Give You Money. And you've tore into that, and you did not disappoint, sir. And
thank you.
And I want to tell people when he says he has, and he's off. remember where he's starting from.
Yeah.
Before he says, well, I'm a little off. That's why your band can't tell. It's, from super duper amazing to super amazing.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
One duper missing.
One duper. He's off a duper.
I'm off a doofer.
We always
Okay.
ask Peter about because we're talking about vinyl records, and then you have released some of your albums are available. Think about the number of formats. You've got 8-track, cassette, CD,
Had 'em all.
Whatever, quadraphonic.
I did not have the quad comes alive.
I remember at one point years ago, we were talking to Mr. Frampton, and he said, "I had to release this one because I've got to send another kid to college."
That's right.
It was some enhanced stereo. But we all remember when you would listen on a 8-track.
Oh yeah.
To Frampton Comes Alive, where it would clunk in the middle of the song.
Yeah. Do you clunk like I do? Yeah, I remember. That would be the one it would do it in, too.
And I graduated high school in '76, so this was
Right in
my.
your
Do you
wheelhouse.
feel like we do? We lost our minds, and my 8-track had broken right at the end of when they come back and Do You Feel Like We Do, and you're. So I had to edit that back together, and it was not very good. But then, of course, I made a little money, and I got a couple other different formats. So we're okay now.
Do you think you'll do the Ray Charles classic? I Don't Need No Doctor.
I think that's very high. That's high on the list. Yes.
And that's one of my favorite stories in your book. I should point out that Peter Frampton has a wonderful, wonderful
Yes.
autobiography, and the story of that particular song is just terrific. And how you guys were on stage, and Steve Marriott walked in the back of the hall, and the whole thing happened. Just a terrific piece. I highly recommend the book, and it's also available as a book on tape. Peter had to be locked into a studio for weeks to keep reading.
10 hours a day for 3 months.
Hey, Peter, Josh here. I've always wondered, I'm part of Generation X, and so there must have been a resurgence for Frampton Comes Alive after the movie Reality Bites, when Ben Stiller claims that album changed his life, and there's a whole scene that kind of revolves around it. Were you aware that he was going to be doing that in the movie before it came out, or...
I did know that before it came out, I did know that they were using Baby I Love Your Way. First off, they were using it as in the car scene. It's my version comes on the radio. But then somebody else, I forget who it is, actually sings it as well. But the producer of the soundtrack came to me before it came out and said, would you be interested in redoing Baby I Love You? It's already in one scene, the way your version. Would you like to do another version, reggae? And I said, no.
No.
So
good answer.
I said, I've done it. I've done it standing on my head. I've done it, in the bathroom. I've done it. You name it. I've done it everywhere in every different way. I said, I'll leave it as I'm done with Baby I Love Your Way. And so he said, well, that's good. I said, what? And no, he said, well, okay then, because I do have this band called Big Mountain that they want to do a reggae version of it. I said, be my guest. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, that became a number 1 hit around the world. So I was sort of, I was happy.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Once again, we're speaking with the recording artist and performance artist, Mr. Peter Frampton, back on tour. Lots of great dates coming up this summer. Peter, there's a great story, and I'm not going to ask you to waste your time telling it, about your guitar and the famous guitar that appears on the cover of Frampton Comes Alive and the recovery of the guitar. Are you taking that out on tour still?
Yes. Well, people say to me, ooh, you got it back after 32 years. Are you sure you're going to leave that at home? I said, it survived an air crash.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, right.
I think, no, it sounds so good. And it's like putting an old pair of gloves on and that fit. And, and it's, I would be remiss if I didn't bring it. I would miss it myself, but I know that the fans out there love to see it when I bring it out because it's got such a great story. And, it still looks pretty much the same that it did on the album cover. Me, on the other hand, I'm a little different.
Nah, you look better than ever. Don't
you look great?
Are you taking Bigsby on the road with you?
Oh, Bigsby.
Yeah.
No, I'm not taking him on the road. He's almost. Or hold on one sec.
He's
Don't go
2
any
now, isn't he?
Still talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
This must be
we
Bigsby.
got puppies
Must
at
be
the
his
same
dog.
time.
Yeah.
So we've always.
I hope it's not a child.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, he has his own hat.
Bigsby. That's great.
Yes, the true vibrato.
Yes. That's who the
So
puppy's
anyway, I don't know what I'm wearing here. I've got so many hats. So
You're like a race
It's like
car
the end of a
driver.
NASCAR race.
But anyway, no, Bigsby's going to come. He's still training. I go see him, every couple of weeks, 10 days, a couple of weeks up at the farm where he's training. But he's going to be my service dog. And he's, I can't wait. He's going to move in probably when I get back off this tour.
Oh,
That's
great.
when we're going to get together.
All right. Peter Frampton, once again, on the road again with the band. Are you going to do, I hope, some of the instrumentals?
I'm sure we will. Yes. We have a mammoth list to go through. And so, yes, definitely.
And then is your singing voice as great as ever?
I don't know. I've tried.
Yes, I'm only asking because of the
It's
constant.
a little late to get this kind of feedback.
The constant throat clearing. I'm only asking for a friend.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll try and yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay. You go into some detail in your book about the medical treatment that you've been receiving. Obviously, it must be working pretty well.
Well, thereby lies the tale. I mean, no, it's not. There is no cure. The only thing that you can do for IBM at this particular moment, we are. I have my fund at Johns Hopkins is we raised lots of money. Thank you, everybody, for drug trials, and so we're looking at one coming up. And I always try those, obviously. So far, there's nothing there. But the best thing that I can do, and anyone with IBM, is, and this is the same for Parkinson's, is to exercise every day, if you can. And so I work out 6 days a week. I take Sunday off, and it really helps. It's going to keep me upright.
All right, good.
Yes.
Last question, Peter? Any weird covers you're thinking of doing of songs that aren't yours?
No. I can't really. I could do. Why don't I do one of Weird Al's weird covers, but do it my way?
Yeah, take it back. Yes. Or you could do a cover of that Big Mountain hit from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yes. I love the part where it goes, key change.
Okay, I lied. I've got one more question. Are you guys still doing sound checks live,
yeah.
or is it all being done with computers and?
Oh no. Well, we tape. Most bands, I think, have a little Pro Tools rig, monitor or out front, and they tape every night. So we've got every night is available to choose numbers for to release, obviously. But what they do is they use night before. And they'll play it back through the system to set the system. So we don't have to go there for that anymore. But we do sound checks probably for the first, 4 or 5 shows. And then if everything's going well, we much prefer to not do a sound check and just the first time we play, because our crew's so good, the first time we walk on stage is the first time we play during that day,
Yeah. If you do a sound check, do you screw up your own lyrics?
Not just the sound check.
I think what Tom is asking is, do you have any naughty lyrics for your song?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's usually like,
That one.
Yeah.
We're coming right back with more of the Bob and Tom Show on a Thursday. Comedian Dave Dugan is in studio. Come on back and Check it out. This is the Bob and Tom Show. This is the Bob and Tom Show here for a Thursday. Welcome back. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom studios. The gang are back in these chairs next Monday morning here, live in the studio after holiday break. In this segment, we'll have comedian Dave Dugan, and we'll talk about Tom's bedroom and apparently the bedroom lobby.
Thank you very much. Joining us in the studio, he's the very handsome comedian Dave Dugan. A veteran stand-up comedian.
If he wasn't handsome, would you say the hideously ugly Dave Dugan?
No, I'm just trying to find one point about him. You'll notice when I introduce you, I don't say the handsome Chick McGee.
No, you don't. Why is that?
Dave is rocking a soul patch, right? Do you normally rock one of those?
No, not necessarily.
Okay, trying something out.
I may have forgot to shave every week.
That would have been my guess.
I can't see that from here.
So I've got a new winning attitude and a Patti LaBelle hairdo. So I'm, that doesn't work with the viewers. That's only where you paint the magic of. It also doesn't really work with anybody done like 80s music references. But
the soul patch technically is just the area just below the lower lip.
Yeah.
And then the Van Dyke is what's often incorrectly referred to as a goatee, right? Because a goatee is just the bottom, not the mustache. Is that correct?
Is that right?
That's, I think, technically correct, yes.
I see. Now, have you ever done the Fu Manchu or any of that stuff?
No, I don't. I think I could grow anything like that.
Okay. But does the soul patch? You have a wife?
I thought I could get some clip-on mutton chops to do it in a minute. Though.
Oh yeah,
me too. Who wouldn't?
We've tried to get him to grow his way out.
Yeah. Does your wife approve of the so-called soul
yeah,
patch?
She's fine with all that. Yeah, I mean it's not really.
Do you ask her, or does she say, "What are you doing? What the hell's going on"? Do we need to leave the lights on in the bathroom when you shave? Anything?
No, we see eye to eye on most things except garage sales, and I think she has no problem with the soul patch. It has come up every now and then. It's very inconsistent. Everything this is the shortest my hair has been since fourth grade.
Wow.
Really?
Yep. Last time my hair was this short, I was getting creamed by a dodgeball in the playground recess, actually. So.
You have a good head of hair, Dave.
But who said that?
I did. You have a good head of hair.
Oh, you did say Josh. I usually hear that from Tom's voice. That's
very
nice.
Tom
so
likes to talk about hair.
Yeah, that's very nice. Now, you live in a home with your wife, and your children.
Say it's normal, Tom. I don't know. Go on.
Your children are gone. Is that correct?
You did make that sound like he was on the run. You live at home with your wife. Is that correct?
With your ankle bracelet.
No, I'm just trying to get some information. Dogs, cats, hamsters, parrots.
Oh yeah, we've got that.
Oh really? Which ones?
One of our kids is still home. She's going to college, so we don't see her all the time, but she's home sometimes. We have we're kind of mourning one of our pets that we lost here recently, our bearded dragon.
Oh no!
Sorry to hear. Unfortunately, but we still have we have cats, dogs. We take them all in. They're very pricey pets. They all have some sort of condition, like we have to buy the top of the line shampoo because of skin conditions or, urinary tract canned cat food and even the actually medicated crickets for the bearded dragon. That sounds like I'm making that up, but it's true.
Apparently they weren't medicated enough.
Yeah, I guess they
Apparently
didn't.
not.
They didn't quite cut it.
And so I got him for my son when he's like 10 years old, and
right.
he goes off to college and gets married, and so every Wednesday I was the PetSmart guy getting a bag of crickets.
I've lived that.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the same red-haired clerk, the balding guy, the same guy every week go, do you want him dusted?
Oh, you gotta have him dusted.
Just like I have the last 7 years talking to you.
Well, usually it's always like going through the line, even though I see him every week, and it's always all they have for me is what you feeding. What you feeding? A miniature donkey is what we're feeding. Thank you. What you feeding? Well, we have a water buffalo in our basement. You'd think they'd like sugar cane or oats. They're digging these. They're digging these crickets. What you feeding? Mama's got a tapeworm.
How many crickets would a water buffalo have to eat to have a good meal?
Wow!
Is this
buckets?
a riddle?
Buckets, yeah.
Yeah, buckets of them. Probably.
Yeah.
Well, now we have to get back to the news desk with Christy. We're talking with comedian Dave Dugan. But first, Christy, what have you got around?
Well, this is kind of a creepy story. A former mortuary worker in Arkansas has been indicted for allegedly selling 20 boxes of stolen body parts.
How much? That's weird.
$11,000. Doesn't seem like enough to me.
It does seem cheap.
That's what I thought. When I read the story, I thought, 20 boxes and you're only getting 11 grand?
I am very naive. Why would anyone want them?
That's a very good question.
And what body parts are they?
They aren't saying. Ms. Candace Chapman Scott is accused of setting up the transactions when the man she met through a Facebook group about oddities.
Weird.
The 36-year-old who was employed at Arkansas Central Mortuary Services allegedly offered to sell remains from medical school cadavers that the mortuary was supposed to cremate and return.
Wow.
The indictment alleges Ms. Scott, he has more info than the one I saw, sold fetuses, brains, hearts, lungs, genitalia, large pieces of skin, and other body parts.
I'd like some genitalia, just the ladies. Nothing weird for me. Now,
I ain't one of your weirdos.
Now, can you throw in a right hand? Got to have a thumb.
Okay.
I'm going to be needing that thumb. You know,
Mr. Douglas, could I interest you in an inverted nipple?
Man.
This is grisly, huh?
What would you do with this stuff?
Who would want them? Is that?
There
I bet there's some closeted cannibals out there.
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
Sure.
You can't.
This is essentially.
How about a witch?
Well, they're medical school cadavers,
Yeah, but
so
wouldn't
they've
they
been
be
around for a while.
Wouldn't they be full of chemical? What's the
Yeah.
It
chemical?
doesn't seem like you could
Formaldehyde?
make a good potion unless you had a hookup.
One man's formaldehyde is another man's.
That's right.
Duck sauce?
Yeah.
Barbecue sauce? What do you go
marinade. That's what I was going for.
Oh, thank
yeah.
you. Wouldn't that be poisonous?
Yeah. Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. I have no
Making a
idea
joke,
what's going on here.
I mean,
Maybe
who'd want to buy a set of-
sacrifices.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what would you do with
I don't know, Tom.
spare human brains and large pieces of skin?
Maybe.
Well, you can make clothing out
hell
of
of a
that.
collection.
Sure, skin.
Handbag. Yeah.
What if
so to
she?
speak.
I wonder when you said that this was an internet thing. I wonder if she was putting gently used vulvas.
Oh, jeez.
Isn't that the phrase they always use?
Yeah, I'm here to see your Volvo. What?
Michigan authorities found a severed hand on the side of a highway.
That poor hitchhiker.
Well, it turns out, Josh, it was a fake.
Ah.
Michigan State Police said Cadillac Post troopers were cleaning up trash along US 131 when they made the discovery. Officials shared an image of the realistic-looking hand dripping with fake blood and assured social media users that it was just rubber.
Oh, so it was a prank. Somebody
Yeah.
knew what they were doing here.
Right.
Yeah, but they if you read the whole story, they did the whole DNA thing, and
Yeah.
the DNA came back Spencer's gifts. They realized maybe this isn't real.
Is there still a Spencer's Gifts where you can get
I
a
sure hope
weird
so.
T-shirt or something? Or?
I loved them.
Me too.
I don't know.
Got all my posters there. Remember those
Remember
days?
the penny bank? You put the penny on it, and
Sure.
the hand came out and got it, snatched it
Oh,
away.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what to go with there.
With this, we were
How about a
overwhelmed.
lava lamp from there?
Were you overwhelmed at Spencer Gifts?
Oh yeah, so much.
I loved it. And I would flirt
All
with
those-
the emo chicks.
All those
Oh, yeah.
lava lamps
Sure.
and electricity and the little glass.
The 7-Up that had the little thing
Yeah.
that would
Oh, yeah.
7-Up can.
What's the other store like that?
Please tell me you had a Chianti bottle with a multiple colored candle in it dripping down the side.
I
of
did
your
not.
room.
You didn't?
I never had the macrame
Yeah.
hanging plant thing.
Plant hanger, yeah.
No, none of that. I did have the beads
To your door, for
to
a
the door.
right?
Yes, when I was in high school.
But that's not very. It doesn't stop the sound coming into your room, right? Or
Well, I had
or
like
you
a
had both.
When you entered my room, there was a short hallway.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Hey, Josh.
You're telling me there's.
Tom grew up. In his bedroom, there was a waiting room.
Yeah. Apparently his
Very
room
small.
his room had a lobby.
Yeah, that's
No,
interesting.
A foyer.
You know, if I would guess, any of us would have a lobby to our bedroom. It would have been you.
Yeah.
Of course, I have a small hallway at the entrance to my bed.
I
Where
just
else do
can't
I
let
keep
people-
my
I can't let people just walk.
my
into
elephant
bedroom.
foot umbrella holder?
That was father's. That was Papa's. He brought it back. He was with,
No, you'd open the regular door.
he was with TR
and
in the
then you'd walk
Sudan.
like 3 feet, and then I had the beads.
That you had a receptionist, right?
Oh man, Mr. Griswold can't see you right now.
Can I tell him what it's regarding, please?
Joanne, did you put up the Jefferson Airplane poster? Yes.
Joanne, move my masturbation session up 1 hour, please. The mail lady just came by.
Something came over me. And now,
Barbie Benton's on the new issue of Playboy. We're gonna. We need to take action.
Oh, you like Barbie Bell?
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, it never did much for me.
No kidding.
No.
Oh, she was cute.
All right.
Cute never did it for me.
Were you a Claudia
Okay,
Cardin?
time out.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
What do you like,
Cute
hideous?
never
What are you
did it
talking
for you.
No, yeah, cute. No.
I'm
I'm more of a disfigured is what I'm into.
Cute never did it for
The
me.
last thing symmetrical eyes always throw me off.
I like my women hard on the eyes. You know how it is.
You can keep your
Confused, lost, damaged,
I like a face that looks like it has severe road rash. Do you have that?
like the back of a Nestle Crunch bar.
That makes me hot.
Real hot. Yeah.
Coming up next hour here on the Bob and Tom Show, comedian Greg Morton and Allie Breen coming up next hour as well. But next, Josh is back from fishing. We'll get the details on that coming up next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast here to tell you about Michelob Ultra Courtside. It's getting fans closer to the NBA with a chance to win prizes like courtside seats, a trip to All-Star Weekend, and much more. Check it out at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access, Courtside 24-25 sweepstakes, no purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 and up. Begins on October 1st, 2024, ends July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
Pepcid Complete knows that food is one of the best parts of game day. That is, until heartburn strikes. Thankfully, just one chewable tablet of Pepcid Complete provides dual-action heartburn relief with an antacid that starts working instantly and an acid reducer that lasts all day. So you can stay focused on that second helping of chili without worrying about heartburn. All day based on 8-hour symptom relief studies during the day. Use product only as directed.
This is the Bob and Tom Show for a Thursday morning. Welcome back. This is Christopher here in the Bob and Tom studios. Hope you're enjoying the show all this week. The gang is back next Monday morning here live in the studio. Well, Josh and his brothers go on a fishing trip every summer, and in this segment of the show, Josh has just gotten back from one of those fishing trips. Let's get the details.
Josh, we got something you're going to like.
All right.
Because you were on a special kind of journey the last several days.
He spent some time with his brother fishing.
That's right.
It's
that's
not
important.
a special kind of journey.
No, it's not about
a
the
special kind of journey would be you maybe
climbed Mount Kilimanjaro.
a kibbutz, and you found yourself connected with your deceased grandparents.
Sometimes you don't know you're on the journey when you're on the journey.
Oh, you wouldn't know anything about a journey if it bit you in the ass. You're so detached. Apparently it's a big deal. I don't know. People are saying I changed. I don't understand. I don't even know what's going on.
See, Josh went on a journey with his brothers, bonding for the first time together in quite some time.
Busting balls.
There's going to be a time when the time's going to come when the only time that you're with your brothers is some awful event like a funeral.
We've had our fair share of those, sure.
But I mean, this was just a fun, I hope. Right?
Very fun. Very
good.
Yeah.
Well, all four were there?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you catch any fish?
We did, but not as many as one would hope. It's the spawning season, and the fish. I'm not making this up. They would often just grab our lures and throw them out of wherever they were, as opposed to actually biting them.
That's an interesting fish.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we got
You
some
had a
bites, but
spitter?
nothing. Yeah, a ton of spitters.
Use live bait at all? Any live bait?
Those prank fish.
Yeah.
Yes.
They love it. They love a good prank.
Live bait for catfish, but nothing else.
I bring this up because we have weird fish news today. 2 weird fish stories.
Oh, okay, cool.
One of them kind of scary. But we'll find out about
It was
that.
great. We fished hard too. It was like 14-hour days of fishing.
A boat or dock?
Boat, and then dock at night.
How many? We were all 4 of you on the boat at the same time?
We have 2, so
Okay.
2 and 2.
Well,
John has a bass boat, and Jeff has a boat.
Why would you ask about all
Oh,
four
God,
being on
here
one
we
boat?
go.
That's a lot of men on one boat.
I was going to say that's probably not safe. Okay, just
14 hours fishing that really took it out of you, sitting there.
Drinking beer.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Now, were there any aqua dumps? Did we have to do?
No aqua
any
dumps.
shore
Aqua piss?
Plenty of that.
Plenty of piss.
In fact, I took a dock pee.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this was just yesterday, and there were a bunch of tournaments going on at the Lake of the Ozarks this weekend. So I'm I'm peeing off the dock, and nobody else can see, and there are no boats around.
Sure.
Only my brother Jeff's on the dock, and and then I turn around, and a major league fishing guy is waiting for me to stop peeing so that he can get his boat back behind our dock to fish. Yeah, how you doing?
Now,
taking a piss here, pal.
When you're aboard the boat, do you have to stand up to make this?
Sure, yeah.
That's probably pretty tricky.
What do you mean? Do you have to stand up?
We're standing on the boat anyway.
The best question. But you can sit down on the boat if you'd like.
Can you sit down and pee like?
Well, you could go into a jar and then heave it over the side.
Drop that in the water. Drop that in the water.
What?
Yeah, put trash in the lake. That's probably a good
Well, he
idea.
meant
Dump
you
it
didn't
out.
mean the whole jar,
Not
right?
the whole jar.
dump
You
it.
just pour it in. I'm just
But
saying.
no, you just
standing in a boat can be very
What do
tricky.
you want to ask?
It
You
is
wanna
tricky, and
ask-
there's wake.
You want to ask if Josh gets up on a boat and stands up and goes to the other side, will the boat tip over? That's what you want to ask.
Did I even imply that?
Yeah, you did. Okay. So do you stand up on that boat?
I think it's,
My God,
I think it's fair. Like when one is sailing, you just say to the ready about to make sure that the crew is ready to come about. And then you
I'd say
hard a lee as you hit the tiller.
I'd say, hey Tom, ready about? Yeah, okay. Well, there you go.
No, a lot of interesting things happened over the weekend. I have to tell you, I did not watch even a second of the coronation. Sorry.
Wow.
I don't mean this in any negative way, but when I did see the photographs.
Prepare for something negative.
There's a real gay component to the outfits.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God.
When you
I
see-
did not get that at all.
Oh, the fur, the weird crown. I mean, it's obviously along the way.
So when you think of a gay man.
Oh my God!
No, I'm just saying along the way,
a lot of fur, and
along the way, in the rich history of the I'm just saying, if you saw that, you'd go, well, you're having a nice
No,
evening.
I didn't think that for 1 minute.
Not at all. Just a
I'm
big
not being critical. I'm just saying.
No,
You're going to have to answer for that.
I'm just saying, along the way, I think there were some designers, very fine, that,
At one point,
I think we'll slip this one by the king.
At one point, when they were crowning Charles, and they have the really old throne, the wooden throne, and it's got. If you looked, you didn't see it, but
And it had the Scottish stone underneath
you could
it.
see a lot of writing, like carving inside the. And they were like, "Oh, I wonder what's carved in there." You could see letters, and I go,
No, it's
for a
a-
good time, call Victoria.
George was here.
Lilibet loves Phil.
Yeah, it was so weird. It literally looked like a bathroom wall at your favorite bar.
We do have one news story about some of the preparations for the coronation. And then the other big event on Saturday, of course, the Kentucky Derby.
Wow, that was so.
Yeah, congratulations to Mange. Mange won the Mange.
No N.
There's no N.
It's not mange.
No. I'm sure it's Mange. That's an odd name for a horse.
That is,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mange.
That's not the.
Down the stretch he comes. Oh, he's all hairless now. It's Mange. Maybe not.
Wow.
Did anybody do any stories comparing the hats at the Derby to the hats at the coronation?
A lot of fancy hats.
I mean, a big weekend for milliners.
Many.
Oh, yeah.
I was. By the way, when I first saw the word milliner, I thought it was someone who cut wood.
Why wouldn't you?
I thought it was somebody who made
Or steel
bread.
cut oats.
Make bread at the old mill.
I thought it was. I learned the difference between a fascinator and a hat. I wasn't familiar with that.
Whoa, a fascinator.
What is
Yes.
a fascinator?
Tell me everything.
A fast.
Now, I've been called a fascinator, but what's this definition?
Yeah.
you have?
This definition is apparently
And they are truly
one of
correct,
these
by the way.
smaller hats that have the headband that hold them on.
Oh.
is a
Well,
fascinator.
that have no practical function. If it's raining, it's like
No, they have a great practical function because if you're a lady and you're wearing a hat, you can't, like, it's always blowing off your head, or if you want to wave,
Tell me about
shake
it.
your hand.
No, but it's like the thing that Jackie Kennedy wore in Dallas. If it had started raining,
Well, that's
first
a
of all, they would have
pillbox
put the
hat.
top up. That would have been
So
very
are you
helpful.
saying fascinator like fascinate, or are you saying fasten like snaps?
That must be what that is.
Fascinator.
Fascinator.
As opposed to when you call Josh a fascinator, that's to the ladies.
Oh, Josh,
Oh,
that's.
he's
yes, that's fascinating.
Tell me more.
Yes, it's FASTENATOR.
Walk up to the ladies, fascinate them.
But I had no idea what
Josh,
that was.
tell me more about your novel. And
Well, it's pretty much
would you
the story.
mind? Would you mind
You see, John Everman, he
was the foremost coxman. Of
that's right. And he, America in a nutshell.
Sad news for me and Tom, are that we have Vida Blue, the Oakland A's. He passed away, 17-year major leaguer.
3 World Series in a row.
During their World Series three-peat from 72 to 74, he has passed away. The team announced yesterday Vida was 73. A cause of death was not given. However, they do have some people in for questioning.
That's false.
There are a few players with a more decorated career than Vida, the A's said in a statement. He was a 3-time champ, MVP, a 6-time All-Star, Cy Young Award winner, and the A's Hall of Famer.
Any A's sportscasters have anything to say about him?
Vida will always, cut that out, will always be a franchise legend and a friend. So there you go. He could. They don't make no pitchers like this anymore.
No, they sure don't.
Pitch that many innings.
Vida Blue.
That's right. Win 20 games. Don't happen.
Vida Blue. No longer.
No youngsters
pitching.
know him.
Oh, jeez.
Vida Blue. We're certainly gonna miss him.
Laying in his casket.
All right, I know that. We have.
That's sports.
I don't have any ability to play anything this morning.
Oh.
Well, let's leave you with this.
Protecting the safety of the Queen is a task that's gladly accepted by police squad.
That's right.
For no matter how silly the idea of having a queen might be to us, as Americans, we must be gracious and considerate hosts.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport.
Speaking of the Queen,
oh,
remember the giant phallus that was mowed into the lawn of Bath's Royal Crescent ahead of King Charles's coronation?
Yep.
Somerset Live reports the 30-foot-long outline of a penis appeared in the grass where locals planned coronation parties. Officials still do not know who is responsible for the penis etched into the lawn of the historic Royal Crescent row of houses. According to Bath residents, local officials sent in teams to remove the lawn phallus so that the parties would not be
Did you see this, Josh?
No, I did not.
It was kind of primitive, but they took the time and trouble to cut all the bushes back, so it made it even look bigger. And Prince Andrew is claiming that they traced it and that it's his. It's a 30-footer.
I did not see Prince Andrew one shot of
Oh,
him
you didn't?
Saturday
I did.
Man, I wasn't watching.
He was in a carriage or something. I saw.
Well, yeah, and he got to wear his royal whatever cloak, whatever you would call that thing.
Oh, that's the cloak of invisibility.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Harry was in the third row. He was way back there.
That was quite the why is he in the third row? That was a problem.
The logo of the station that we were watching, BBC or CNN or whatever, was right over his head, so you never saw him at all. It was so bad.
Yes. Despair.
But he's a redhead.
Put him in the third row. Show him.
I don't know.
Causing trouble.
You might want to put all that stuff in short storage.
Well, that's what we were saying.
I don't think it's going to be another 70 years before
monthly
Don't
thing.
park that
I
coach
think
just
I
yet.
think it'll be a good 20 years.
It could be.
His family's got. Look at the ages.
How old is he? 60?
Plus, you know, they get
74.
injections. They get life extending injections.
You know, they take babies, grind them up, inject them.
He's not going to live to be 94.
His dad did. His
All
mother
right,
did.
let's
His
do
grandmother did.
Let's do it. Put it up on the board. Who's got?
I have 20 years. I got
you
94.
Got 20 years. I'm going to say 13 years.
Do he and Camilla get along?
Well, obviously, they've look what they've been through to get where they are today.
He dreamed of being her tampon.
That's right. You know what? That's right.
That's
I forgot about
close.
that.
Yeah.
The sure sign of true love.
Yes. Some would say oddly close, but
it's very poetic.
But everything's still nice between them, so maybe he wants to live.
Well,
on.
yeah.
If not, he may.
He wanted to be king for 74 years. Of course, he's going to do everything he can to stay alive.
We have coming up in the news.
Yes.
A bizarre story involving.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, really bizarre, involving alleged toe sucking, non-consensual,
forced toe sucking.
Yeah, it's really odd. We'll find out what that's all about. Well, that's all about coming up. What else have you got coming, Christy?
Well, we have Star Wars weddings. That is not what I am planning, but if you are, there's a place you can get it done.
That's
the ring bearer.
That's the wedding night.
Yeah. They brought a toy.
Whoops.
And we have a guy that was rescued from the woods after a sex game went awry, apparently.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Boy,
that's going to play Deliverance.
Have you ever been handcuffed during sex, Tom?
God, no.
God, no.
Wow, I believe him.
You ever been handcuffed after sex? That's worse.
Have you ever been?
On the show next, comedian Greg Morton making all kinds of noises. If you want to stick around, check it out. Greg Morton next on the Bob and Tom Show.
Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more, or visit TremfyaRadio.com.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
More of the Bob and Tom Show now on a Thursday. Welcome back. This is Christopher here in the Bob and Tom studios. Greg Morton, not only a funny guy, but makes all kinds of funny noises. Here he is, comedian Greg Morton on the Bob and Tom Show.
Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
The Heir, as they call him. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. What
Got a letter.
We got a legend here, Tom.
Yeah, I know.
Bob and Tom comedy legend.
He's part of the letter.
Oh,
What? Wait a minute. How did that happen? I just got here.
Well, this is primarily Josh's fault, which is pretty much the entire show.
That's great.
I have been very problematic this morning.
We have Josh to blame.
This morning.
Pat, you better get a song ready because we're going to have to. Our guest, comedian Greg Morton, is from Toronto, Canada.
Yes.
And we were talking off the air about what a great place Toronto is and those weird critters that live in that little island. But
they're squirrels.
No, they're not squirrels. They're something else. The point is, Josh mentioned a place he wanted that his favorite place in Toronto is, what is it again?
Oh, one of them is a restaurant called Movenpick.
And it's distinguished by what?
Many different food stations of many different styles and ethnicities.
So in other words, it's exactly like a food court.
It is not exactly like a food court.
Okay, but you can stop the argument here.
Okay.
Butch from Hilliard, Ohio writes, "Dear idiots, Movenpick, Toronto has closed."
Yeah. Greg looked that up off air and sad. I'm sure it was not.
We're going to find something.
It was not pandemic proof. It was very much a buffet style.
But the OK Corral, that still lives, right?
Well, here in America,
yeah. Well, that's true. That's true.
It isn't the OK Corral. Is it?
Golden Corral.
Golden Corral. Yeah, the OK Corral.
It's okay by me, I'll tell you that.
I'm sorry. Let's get back to Christy Lee. Our last story, we had Jesus riding the Loch Ness Monster, and people saw, I don't know.
That's not what happened. It's just very new, compelling evidence that Nessie is
ripples
swimming.
in the water and a bunch of drunks.
You know what? I saw Nessie myself.
Did you know?
I saw two of them.
They're a pair?
Yeah. I had a couple of drinks, right? And I was strolling along there, and I saw Nessie. I saw two of them just going up and down running in and out and going all over the place.
You got to have two. You got to have two, Josh, because they have to reproduce. You've got to have a boy Nessie and a girl.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, a boy Nessie would be something else then.
A boy Nessie, a boy Ness.
Yeah, there you go.
Sir, we appreciate your bravery in telling us about what.
Well, yeah, I was on my way from the pub. I was walking by and I had a couple of drinks. Yeah, sure, but I saw what I saw. Right?
Greg Morton, as directed by Guy Ritchie.
Thank you, Greg. That's very moving. We'll return to the news
Would
desk.
you like me to catch one for you?
Yes.
I could go in there, I could jump in, and I could get one.
We would love for you to catch
I could with my bare hands. I would get a Nessie, and I'll bring it right to you in the Bob and Tom show.
That would be something.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry. Christy, what have you got over there?
Colombia is proposing transferring at least 70 hippopotamuses that live near Pablo Escobar's former ranch to India and Mexico as part of a plan to control their population. The hippos, of course, descendants of the 4 that were imported from Africa illegally by the late drug lord in the 1980s.
Attaboy.
But they have spread far beyond the guy's ranch, and environmental authorities estimate there are about 130 hippos, and their population could reach 400 in 8 years if something's not done.
Well, so instead of just
sterilizing them,
why don't they hire hunters and thin the herd to zero?
Because these hippos don't need to be killed. There's no reason for that.
They're destroying the environment there.
So they're being moved to another environment.
They want to move them.
So then what's going to happen there? They're moving them to Mexico? That's a great idea. Next thing you know, we're going to have them here.
Well, don't worry. If they end up in Florida, I think DeSantis will just send them up to Martha's Vineyard. So we'll be okay either way.
Okay.
Pat, do you have a song about hippos?
Are your whistles at the ready? Here we go. All it was a costly notion, shipping hippos across the ocean. They flew me on a plane. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Though I weighed many tonnies, Escobar had lots of monies from trafficking cocaine. I could tell you things. Oh, if this hippo talked, I'd sing. Oh, yeah. There were guns and guys were there to buy some blow. I could name names. He's dead, right, Pablo? Other hippos, they are twerking, but my balls, they aren't working. I've been neuterized. I came here for vacation, now I'm looking at castration. Why am I so despised? Try and catch me, you bastards.
Very nice.
Yes.
Well, they had actually talked about trying to sterilize the hippos.
Right.
Which has to be tricky.
Yeah, you got to tranquilize them and then get close to them. And, hippos kill, more men than any other animal?
More people, I think, than any other land animal. They're scary.
They are scary.
You got to get down. I assume that the testicles of a hippo are probably...
I don't think they have to inject them in the nuts. I think they can just shoot them.
Yeah, don't they just give them a
some
shot?
kind of gun.
They shoot their nuts with a gun?
I don't
think they have to shoot their nuts.
Do we have to specify? Don't you? If you catch him in the shoulder, it's okay.
I think so. I shoot him in the nuts.
Just the worst.
Surely they have a vascular system that can carry.
Yeah.
No, you got to shoot him in the nuts. Is what you want to do.
Yeah.
You want to hit him right in the nuts. You want to get left one first, then right one. It's like jumping a car. You got to get the left one.
Well,
first.
thankfully we have an expert here about on catching large animals. Now, where do you shoot somebody? If you were going to catch a Nessie, sir, where would you have to shoot?
I'll tell you what. This is what you got to do. You get some rubber underpants. That's what I do. You put them on the hippo.
Okay.
You don't have to go through all that. What you come on. Be reasonable. Be like a human being.
Thank you.
Did you know that hippopotamus in Greek means horse of the river?
Yeah, that's right. River horse.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Same guys.
Isn't that something?
These are the same guys that. Remember the sailors saw manatees and called them mermaids? Yeah. Well, you got to be horny to go, hey, did you check her out? That chick can swim. a little heavy. A little on the heavy side. This says hippos kill more people than any other animal except for Pablo Escobar. Funny enough.
There you go.
I don't know. Shipping them to another place isn't going to. They should ship them back where they came from. I mean,
why wouldn't they ship them to Africa?
I don't know.
Let's all be careful.
Yeah.
You know, sound bites can be pulled from context.
You sound like a Missouri governor in the 50s.
There can be editing.
Talking about hippopotamuses going back to their natural.
I'm going to get caught up. We're all going to get caught up in this. I know we are.
We are going to put them on a bus, and we are going to transport them to a different state. We are going to get a special hippo bus that will go there.
Sir.
We need to protect our, what is it, sovereignty.
We have, all right,
You know that hippos defecate.
The man from Toronto has been heard.
They do they do this like helicopter thing with their tail to
swirl it around.
That's really something.
It's cool.
That gets big laughs at the zoo. Whenever you see videos of that, the audience can't get enough.
That's the closer at the zoo.
Yeah.
They thought it was the monkeys.
Gallagher-esque, isn't
Show's
it?
over. Please return your raincoats in aisle 7.
Tom, let's say, Tom, you take your loved ones to the zoo, all right?
Sure.
Your girlfriend is standing right there watching the hippos, and you're kind of back, maybe taking pictures or something, and the hippo starts that spraying and just covers your girlfriend. How hard is it for you to pretend like you didn't think it was funny?
Sleep with her again.
I would say it's impossible.
Boy.
Here we go. Here's
They call them change the subject.
No, there's no way I'm going to laugh.
If I could wager, I think with your loved one, when I was a kid, if I fell, the laugh came immediately. You always go for the funny. You always go for the laugh.
All right.
He knows better in that case.
All right. I'm sorry. Christy, what else have you got over there?
Ripley's Believe It or Not is in negotiations to purchase the taxidermied bear that inspired Elizabeth Banks' latest film, Cocaine Bear.
Oh, that thing's still around?
Yeah, the 175-pound black bear who consumed 75 pounds of its namesake drug, currently on display, Josh, at the souvenir shop known as the Kentucky for Kentucky Fun Mall.
The bear, see, the movies is they're making a fundamental lie.
Wait a minute, this is a real bear?
It was a bear,
it
but
was.
it ate all the cocaine and dropped dead.
Okay.
Ripley said that since the film's release, Kentucky for Kentucky has received multiple offers for the taxidermied bear, ranging from $10,000 to $300,000. In its bid to acquire the bear, Ripley shared a social media video showing other taxidermied animals that would keep Cocaine Bear company should it find a new home with the museum.
Okay.
That post went viral with 77.5% of Ripley's followers agreeing that Cocaine Bear is Ripley worthy. Their offer has not been disclosed, so I don't know what they're.
I've got to go to this place. It's just outside Lexington, and here's the bear. He's wearing a hat.
Because he would.
And,
oh my.
Yeah, you can really.
There he is.
Yeah.
And he seems to be rubbing his paws on his gums.
They missed an opportunity. They should have named him Pablo Escobar.
Yes. Very good.
Our hippo story. This is one of those things that if they pay a lot of money for this, it'll be worth nothing in about a month.
Oh, sure.
When Cocaine Bear fever is over.
Well, what about an animated version? Hey, it's snowing in Jellystone Park.
Only you can prevent nosebleeds.
Very nice.
Snorty the bear.
He's got on a backwards hat and a Tool T-shirt.
And they've already announced boring knockoffs of this. The
boring
Meth Gator we
Meth
had.
Alligator. God.
Oh no.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah. And then what was the other one?
Crocodile?
Crocodile should happen.
Yeah.
Crocodile would be great.
I mean, this is the, what is they call this? The elevator pitch?
Yeah.
For some bored studio head. If you can give them an idea in the simplest words possible so they understand it. Here we go. Did you just see Cocaine Bear? Yeah, we're doing a heroin monkey. Okay, great. Here's $1 billion. Make a
Junkie
crappy
monkey.
movie. Can we have some superheroes in it?
Junkie Monkey sounds really sad.
It does.
Cocaine Bear
I wanna
sounds
see
fun.
any
Yeah.
of that.
Junkie Monkey's just struggling to get through a shift at work.
Get these spiders off me. It's real sad.
There's the third act. They go to a methadone clinic. He's going to figure it all out. But, he just one last fix is all he needs.
The National Park Service is going viral after tweeting some sage advice for park visitors who encounter bears, as we've been talking about. In the tongue-in-cheek post, the Park Service wrote, quote, "If you come across a bear, never push a slower friend down, even if you feel the friendship has run its course."
That's the old joke.
Right?
I don't have to outrun the bear. I can unride you.
Yeah.
That's right.
When asked what a park visitor should do if they are with a slower friend, the National Park Service replied, "Check in on the friendship before you head to the woods." Officials wrote in a follow-up tweet, "Seeing a bear in the wild is a special treat for any visitor to a national park. While it is an exciting moment, it is important to remember that bears in national parks are wild and can be dangerous." They shared a link to the page that offers serious advice on bear encounters.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is, so if you encounter a bear, you grab your phone. Wait a minute, let me Google it. And aren't these guys funny? If you come across a bear, never push a slower friend down. Too late.
Bears have their own thing, though, don't they?
What do you mean?
Well, the reports that come out and say that if you spot a human, he's a special treat.
Oh.
yeah. Something to that
You ever
effect.
seen a bear in the wild, Greg?
Oh, yes, I have. Actually.
You have?
Yeah, but I was in a car.
Okay, yeah.
So-
Still, though, it must have been pretty wild.
Yeah.
I know Tom has on the banks of a... Yeah.
One time on the banks of the Abitibi River while I was in a canoe. And the second time, this is a little bit less threatening, while on a golf cart in Tennessee.
What? Bear versus golf cart. I'm taking bear every time.
Oh, at that farm you stayed at?
Bears are skin. I can never remember. You're supposed to play dead for one type of bear. You're supposed to try to look big for another type of bear. And if it's a polar bear, you're supposed to kiss your ass goodbye.
Right.
Yeah. I believe it's black, fight back, brown, lay down, white, good night.
Yeah.
Because you're dead. Yeah.
That sounds like my neighborhood.
White's good night.
Nice piece of business there, Greg.
Oh, very nice.
So what are you supposed to do if you see a bear? I don't know.
He just told you.
Do it again. What is it now?
Black, fight back, brown, lay down, white, good night.
What about grizzly? Where does that fall?
Grizzly, you're going to pizzly your pants.
No, you're going to shizzle your pants.
For schnizzle.
Yeah. Try to make friends with them. Give them a rabbit so they can wipe their ass.
That's how they do that.
You like that joke, Willie? Hey, do you have problems with poop sticking to your fur? You ever hear that?
I don't.
It's a good joke, yeah.
That's a real good joke. Yeah.
Bear's crapping in the woods next to a bunny.
Right.
The bunny goes, "Do you have a problem with poop sticking to your fur?" The bunny goes, "No." Bear picks him up and wipes his
That's very...
You've never heard that?
No. Was that one of the early Cottonelle commercials?
It was. It was eventually pulled.
Coming up next on this Thursday morning, little sexy time for you. Allie Breen is on the show. Come on back. This is the Bob and Tom Show. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back. This is Christopher in the Bob and Tom Studios. How about a little sexy time this morning? Comedian Allie Breen.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
What, we got a song out of you today?
Barely.
Well, we got a couple. He worked a little harder today than most.
How dare you?
Damning with faint paint.
With faint paint?
You just gave up. I don't know.
I'm the queen of passive aggressive,
I'm
don't
just
you know?
no good.
Just gave.
Guys, I'm
Oh, okay. Damning with mud. Yeah.
I'm bad at this.
Fake praise.
Coming
Hi,
up,
Josh. How are you? There's Ace. I'm Chick. Here's Tom.
we're going to hook up with comedian Allie Breen
Love you,
in a
Patty.
matter of moments.
Where
And
is
I love
she
you too.
today?
There we go.
Where is she? She's in New York.
New York City, in that ugly painting she has. I mean, I love beautiful apartments.
Hey, Allie, we got some news out of Hollywood. I don't know if you heard about this.
Ooh, what is it?
About the great actor Robert De Niro.
Yeah, he admits he has 7 kids.
So he hasn't admitted that for a while?
Well, no, it kind of came as a surprise.
He just had a kid, right?
Yeah, Robert De Niro welcomed his 7th child. A representative for the 79-year-old actor confirmed the birth to the Associated Press, but offered no other details. De Niro's other 6 children range in age from 11 to 51. Back in March, his girlfriend was pictured somewhere coming out of a restaurant, and they speculated then that she was pregnant, but nobody had said anything since.
Well, De Niro is such a method actor.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing this because he's going to portray me in a movie.
Yeah.
He wanted to have a lot of kids.
When I first moved to New York, I had a roommate who was having an affair with Robert De Niro.
That's awesome.
Really?
Wow.
Yep.
Did you get to see him or meet him?
No, I heard, God, this was so long ago. We had an answering machine, and he left 1 or 2 messages on the answering machine.
Wow.
That was the most, yeah. Wow. Yeah, it was the end of it was a long one. It was like for a few years. It was at the end of it when I met her.
Okay.
No kids, though.
Wow.
No kids.
Wow.
I've got all the names of the kids. Did you know?
Yeah.
What? Phyllis.
Okay.
Teddy. Spark. Leonard. Stig. Paul. And Bob Jr.
There's no Stig.
Stig.
Well, it's his nickname. His born Arthur.
Well, he's 79, so the good news is
Artie De Niro.
They'll both have the same bedtimes, nap times.
Yeah, laugh it up over there. Laugh it up, Tom.
Diaper change times.
Yeah.
Wow.
That gives you plenty
of time to sneak one in.
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
Oh, that's right.
You got plenty of room in that new house now.
Get
Come
one
on.
past it. Come at her with a turkey baster. Guess what I got for you? Whoosha. That's the turkey baster being squozed. Whoosha.
They call Arthur Stig.
Yes, they do.
Where did they get Stig?
It's just not.
Bob was working on.
Isn't Stig a nickname of someone in English rock
when
band?
he was when Bob,
or is that from Spinal Tap?
Bob was working on Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Okay,
one of the assistant directors.
But guys, we have Allie on the phone.
Yeah,
sorry.
I could care less. And another thing,
Allie, what do we have letter-wise?
Dear Allie, I just started dating a guy who I really like. He's always picked me up in his car, but he also has a truck. He brought it over because he was going to help me pick up a dresser and move it to my friend's house.
Oh.
And I kid you not, he has truck nuts on the truck.
Well, this guy's a comedic genius.
Clearly some sort of sophisticate.
Absolutely.
Sense of humor.
Oh, boy.
I think
What would you do?
It's maybe at work. It's funny. Why not?
So is she want to know, hey, should I even bother with this dude?
Pretty much. I think so. I think she's asking if that's a deal breaker.
We can't answer that for you. You got to decide if truck nuts are your thing or not.
Maybe it could be like one of his buddies gave him to him
As a prank.
as a present.
Yeah.
And he's got to keep him there to.
Truck nuts aren't for everybody.
No, they're
That's all
not.
I'm saying. If she don't
They're
like
a statement piece.
If she don't like truck nuts, she don't like these nuts.
That's what I always say. Get out of here.
Maybe she should give him that ultimatum. Take off the truck nuts or I'm not going to do nothing with those nuts.
Well, yeah. Allie goes into a character.
Yes, a refined.
Allie doing a
She's a
character.
refined New Yorker.
All
I
right.
think if she likes the guy, just give him a chance. If that's the only thing
Yeah,
wrong,
seriously.
come on.
Yeah, and
really.
tease him about him.
Yeah.
What if he's hung like a show pony? You gotta give him a chance. Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, the most famous Stig I just looked up, Stig Anderson.
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's in he was in ABBA, right?
He's the manager of ABBA.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
I knew that I'd seen Stig somewhere.
That has to be a Swedish name like Steve there, right?
Stig.
Stig Anderson is oftentimes the nickname for Arthur.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Allie, what else do you have, please?
Didn't remember Sarah Palin? Didn't she have a son named like Twig or something?
Trig.
It's pretty close.
Trig?
Trig. Okay.
Trig?
Like
I thought
trigonometry?
Twig.
No, it was like
Trigger
trigger on a shotgun, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it was, actually.
Yeah, probably. Okay, dear Allie, I have been dating a guy from Seeking Arrangements for about a year. He's married, so I see him maybe 2 weekends a month.
Okay, Tom's.
Recently-
I'm so sorry, real quick, Allie. Seeking Arrangements is a website where a woman can go on there,
right,
and essentially find either a married man, find a sugar daddy.
Yeah, that's
essentially.
exactly right.
That's exactly it. Okay, he's married, so I see him maybe 2 weekends a month. He recently found out that I've occasionally been dating other guys from the site, and he lost his mind. Isn't it crazy that a married man would demand loyalty, or am I the one who's out of line?
You're a little bit out of line because from what I understand,
He's paying you.
right. Those guys
Yeah.
don't want the boy. I don't know. They don't want you double dipping.
Yeah.
They want like a true side.
Right. And yes,
thing that's
but you're also right. That is slightly odd and hypocritical that he would have that there's a code of ethics.
Yeah. This is honor among thieves.
You're both, yeah, exactly. You're both kind of wrong here. But I know a guy that does seeking arrangements and just swears by it, loves it.
What is now? Explain this to me.
It's not for me, but it's it's his thing, man. He goes on there, and women will say, "Hey, he might find an attractive girl, and she says, if you pay for my rent, I'll occasionally be your girlfriend." And that's what they do.
So does he see one person at a time, or
Yeah.
just like a bunch of? Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't this also have the potential to backfire, like the Tiger Woods thing, where she signs off and then suddenly emerges?
Yeah, I guess everything.
I think this probably backfires more for the guy. She's not doing everything.
Reciprocating
to
her part.
I have a friend whose daughter is on Seeking Arrangements, and she's had the same sugar daddy for years.
Yeah.
But he's quite a bit older, and he likes taking her out to dinner and
Exactly.
showing her off, and she insists she's never had sex with him.
Yeah, some are sexual relationships,
Yeah.
some are not.
Ah.
Right.
And people usually say, they'll come out and be like, I met on Seeking Arrangements. It's not like there's no taboo. It's just like a normal thing.
Maybe for some there is.
See, I would have assumed it was a flower thing.
Seeking arrangement. Oh.
Flower arrangement. I don't know.
Yeah, they deliver flowers to your house and they hide them. You have to find them.
Yeah.
That was around Easter. They did
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Is there such a thing as like a Splenda daddy or an equal daddy instead of a sugar daddy in case you're trying to cut back?
A little less.
A little for the older gen that doesn't.
They'll take you to Olive Garden.
Allie Breen is our guest. You can reach her ALLIBREEN.
Let's do another letter.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Dear Allie, my boyfriend has gotten really close with some of my friends, which I really thought was nice. But then last time we got into a fight, he was confiding in one of my friends about what happened. Shouldn't he be calling his own friends? And shouldn't my friends be on my side and stay loyal to me? This is infuriating.
Well, wait a minute. Maybe he talked to your friends because they're girls and he wants some insight and, what do you think about this? And without causing more of an argument, was just trying to find out what you might think. I don't know, rather than talking to his friends about it. Because guys and girls obviously don't communicate the same way. So it could have been a positive thing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do,
Yeah, totally.
I do him a favor and break up with him. You sound like a lot of work.
Send him off with some truck nuts, and he can go do a teabag of Mini Cooper.
If you're worried,
Seek other arrangements elsewhere.
if you're worried about this situation, you're going to overthink almost everything. And
he should be blindly loyal to me at all times. That's
and my friends,
Not even-
my friends,
my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not.
You're unreasonable.
No, that's silly. She should not be upset about that.
Don't you have a song, Pat? I hate her friends.
I do.
Okay, yeah, just probably shouldn't play.
Yeah,
that.
unless he was calling and like complaining about her, I guess there would be a point. If he was like, "Can you believe that she?" But if he was calling to try to help and get insight,
There's a
I
good
wouldn't
chance he
mind.
was. Hey, you know her well. What can I do to make this better?
Yeah.
Fast forward to I asked your friend, and then we started kissing, and
Oh yes.
the next thing I knew,
I'm pregos.
she's pregnant. Sorry.
Let's get our next letter, Allie.
Dear Allie, I'm 5 years older than my boyfriend, and when we're out in public, he jokes about it a lot. Like, someone called me young lady the other day, and he looked around exaggeratedly and said, "I don't see any young ladies here. Do you?"
Okay, I'm sorry. She's 5 years older than he is?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That's funny.
I don't even.
That's not funny.
It's kind of odd.
Break up with him. He's a dick.
Let's hear the
I don't
rest.
even get bothered by it, but it makes everyone else uncomfortable. I've tried to explain this to him. He just thinks he's being funny. What do I do?
Yeah, we got one of those. It says anything of shock value, and that. Oh, sorry.
I like to lob conversational grenades every now and again.
Whoops.
Yeah, if you've told him you don't like it and he continues to do it, then you got to either get out or.
Yeah,
you know he calls her grandma every now and then.
The old ball and chain, maybe.
Crap
Just
like
put
that.
him in timeout.
$5.
Yeah, that's right.
My old lady.
If I do this, will you give me a quarter?
Yeah.
Maybe she should do that to him. Be like, hey, this is my fetus boyfriend over here. Unless he'd be
5 years
complimented
is
by
nothing.
that.
Yeah, 5 years is
5 years
nothing.
is nothing.
It doesn't
Yeah.
make it. There's like no. That's not. Yeah.
Right.
That's
It's not even worth him joking.
No, it isn't.
Same age.
It's not.
10 years is nothing.
Yeah.
You better do it
Right,
before
Tom?
do it before you get too old and he dumps you.
15 years.
Coming up next hour on the Bob and Tom Show, we'll have more with comedian Greg Morton on the show, so come on back for that. In the meantime, coming up next, Gingham and Too Much Cowbell. Next on the Bob and Tom Show.
This episode is brought to you by Coffee Mate. After watching this season of the HBO's original series, The White Lotus, this is the tropical getaway I needed. One more pina colada, please.
Hey, you're not on mute.
Oh, I thought I was in paradise. Turns out it was my Coffee Mate. Coffee Mate Pina Colada and Thai-iced coffee flavored creamers. Inspired by the newest season of HBO's original series, The White Lotus. For the love of coffee. Try now.
Good night, itchy eyes. Good night, sudden sneeze. Good night to your symptoms of allergies. Zysol is the allergy medicine you take before bed. It provides powerful relief while you rest your head. Not just all night, but all the next day. Zysol keeps working, keeping allergies at bay. And without those annoying symptoms disturbing your rest, you can wake up the next morning feeling your absolute best. Remember, be wise all. Take Zysol. At night.
I got a gal with just one eye. Yeah. No depth of field, but sweet as pie. And I just don't carry on. If a vision isn't stereo. To me, she'll always be the tops. My sweet little cyclops. She's the one I, she's the one I love. She's the one I, she's the one I love. Now you might wonder what she's thinking. 'Cause it looks like she's winking. In arguments I yell and cry, but you just can't see the other side. It's worse than it looks, says her mother. 'Cause she's blind in one eye, blonde in the other. Well, she's the one I, she's the one I love. She's the one I, she's the one I love. Now how it happened, she just won't spill. Was it Scissor Sprint or William Tell? Well, the eye got put out and was never found. Gone to take a look around. My Columbo cutie, Papa Punkin. Sammy Jr., Sandy Duncan. Oh, she's the one I, she's the one I love. She's the one I, she's the one I love. She's the one I, she's the one I love.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show on a Thursday morning. This is Christopher speaking. Hope you're having a nice one here. This segment features a little bit too much cowbell. Let's get back to the action.
Jess Hooker is here.
Hello.
Resplendent in green gingham. Gingham. There's Ace Cosby.
Yeah, gig 'em is what you do to the
Gig 'em.
fish, right?
Frogs.
Frogs? You gig
Yeah,
frogs, you don't
Gig
gig
'em.
fish?
You gig, yeah, gig fish.
Dig 'em is what.
Dig 'em.
I can dig
Sugar
it.
snaps.
Yeah, sugar snacks.
I can dig it.
There's Willie Griswold.
I can dig it. She can dig it. He can dig it. They can.
Who knows what happens now?
Hey, Ace is going to kick
Ace
your
took
ass.
the time to turn the mic on. No.
That's not going to happen on my watch.
I'm chicken here. Tom, and stand by for grazing in the grass.
Gingham, is that the pattern or the fabric?
I thought we discussed this before.
We may have discussed it
Yes.
before, but I've forgotten. Remember who I
thought
am.
it was the pattern.
Plain weave cotton fabric, usually striped or checked.
Okay.
And a cotton fabric, usually woven of two colored yarns in a checked or striped design.
Oh, I can dig it.
Makes me so nervous.
Can you dig it, baby?
Are those friends of yours, Tom?
Friends of distinction?
That was such a great song, and then you know what they have to do? Put words in there.
Look, the first version, the instrumental, it's too cowbell heavy.
No,
it really is.
Hugh
Well,
Masekela?
I hate the cowbell bit. I'm down.
I know that.
Officially,
I know that.
on
As
that
Ace would
side.
say, no.
More a cowbell. Okay, yeah, Christopher Walken.
But that song is just simply too cowbell heavy. All right?
All right.
You mean, well, this? You're talking about the Hugh Masekela version of
Yeah.
it? Like?
No, the Lenny Kravitz version. Yes.
Listen, no, that's
Knock it off.
That's because he's doing it.
No.
Okay, that was a real knock it off, by the way.
Well, my point wasn't even made because Chick was bull in China shot. Stomp, smash, crash, bang.
Hey, who wants to go with Williams and Sonoma with me? All right.
Less cowbell is what you're saying.
Yeah, can you play it again? That first part there.
This is grazing in the grass.
You said the wrong word.
Grazing in my ass. Okay, here we go. Hugh Masekela.
Don't touch that bell.
Well, that is a lot.
Hey, stop it.
Cut.
He thinks he's killing it too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's
Just too much.
You're right.
Remember, of course, he played at Monterey.
Monterey Pop Festival.
Please,
No.
Yes.
No.
please.
No.
He's mentioned in the great Eric Burden song "Down in Monterey."
Down in, even the Coptic down in flat singing.
He goes, Hugh Masekela.
Go ahead. Play Down in
Go
Monterey
ahead, it's
by
so-
the worst
Fire it up.
vocalist in the history of the world.
Bad.
No,
awful.
It's a great song.
Eric
It
Burden
is
is
not.
wonderful, but
Yeah, he's the guy that did "Spill the Wine."
Oh yeah, I love that
Spill
song.
the wine.
Yeah.
Dick that girl.
Dick that
I
girl.
don't think she said dick.
Did you say dick that girl?
No.
Dig.
Dig it.
Dig
Leave
that
those girls
girl.
alone, Dad.
We are
he
in
says,
such
dick
trouble.
that girl.
Sorry about
Hey,
that.
you gonna dick that girl? Can you imagine? That's how one of your buddies referred.
Hey, is this a new girl?
Here we
I
go.
assume he's not saying girl, by the way.
Here it is.
Play the start. That's my favorite part.
Is he saying?
No, he talks for a long time.
No. But I mean, what's he saying?
Take that girl.
Spill the wine.
We
Take
looked
that
it up
girl.
once, and the lyrics were bizarre.
It could be
Real weird.
Spill the wine. Tilt-a-whirl, perhaps.
Yeah, wait.
It's Dig That Pearl.
Oh.
Dick that
Pearl, is it?
Reference to.
We lost. Oh, we gotta get that
I
speaker
gotta
fixed.
fix
We
that
lost.
up. Eddie, take it.
I was once out strolling one very hot summer's
I was
day.
once out strolling
This is the
one
part you like?
very hot summer's day.
When I thought
I'd lay myself down to rest
He's high.
in a big field of tall grass.
He's got the band War behind him, so it's kind of a nice groove.
yeah, it's hard to make a mistake with him.
You're telling me you don't like a rock star going, "Are you ready? Let's party," but you like a guy reading his weird poetry before the song?
I didn't say that.
Yes, I do.
Now,
I didn't say that, Willie.
Hugh Masekela is the guy that
I
does.
noticed Chick was lying every time you.
This is the Grazing in the Grass for you. This is for you, Jess. Since
Thanks,
you're
Tom.
paying attention.
Okay.
That is not me.
Way too much cowbell.
And Mr. Masekela, a trumpet player, maybe a flugelhorn. I can't tell. See now he played at Monterey, and he's mentioned in that great song by Eric Burdon.
Hugh Masekela's music was black as night.
This is awful.
They should find all the copies of that and erase it.
No, it's a great song.
So bad.
The festival was great.
A little dated.
Everybody said Tom at once.
It's a great song.
In your mind.
Now
You like that, but you won't listen to the Miracle song we were listening to earlier?
I hate that song and
That's
everyone
nuts.
who played on it. That hot chocolate. Oh God, the guitar's awful.
I don't know about that.
Shake those shoulders with me, Tom.
Wait a
Let's go.
minute. You get up and dance to this? You can't dance to that.
Yeah.
Monterey song.
Sexy thing.
I was strolling one day. Oh,
Yeah, it's the horrible use of violins. God, those session players should have their arms cut off.
Al was right though, because I think the guy wrote that song thinking he'd be super sexy, but now it's just used to sell like chili roasted almonds or whatever it is.
Flowers.
It's still fun.
But it's no.
When was the last time you were at a wedding reception and danced to that?
Masekela's music was black as night.
That's a car horn.
It's got a horn.
There you go.
That's why he likes it.
Jeez.
That's nice.
You Masekela.
That
Great
is good stuff.
We're trying to
All right.
educate Jess into
Thanks,
the ways
Eric.
of
We're not going to get one better than that. Let's go.
Let me
Raise
try
the glass
another
and rock.
one.
Okay. Christy Lee is at the news desk. Now, there's a wedding story here I thought I'd feed you because you have just gotten married.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't have a signature cocktail, and apparently that's the latest wedding trend. Wedding planning website The Knot notes the practice of serving signature cocktails is one of the few trends that is staying power. According to a survey conducted by the site, 40% of couples had a signature cocktail at their wedding in 2022.
Don't brides get a nice? I want my own drink too.
Actually, I think it's a cost-saving measure. You just have the
offer 'em two
ingredients.
different options.
Yeah, you have two different. Yeah, you have the
No, it's
ingredients
about
for that drink.
it's about making everything about them.
Couples choose to feature a
their
classic
day.
cocktail they enjoy together or, as Jess mentioned, offers guests the option of two different cocktails, each representing one half of the couple. They also partner sometimes with a bartender or craft their own cocktail recipe.
They craft their recipes.
Craft.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To serve at their wedding. This just happened. I attended a wedding and they had craft cocktails.
So one for the bride, one for the groom.
Mhm.
What'd they call them?
I don't remember. I knew you were going to ask me that. I can't remember.
I think the
Was it like-
the groom had a brown Russian, vodka and prune juice.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Who's wedding?
Silly.
Christy, was it stuff like the gin and tonic maybe?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
like
their
J.E.N.,
classic.
yeah.
Their classic cocktails.
Was it free or was it a cash
No, it was
bar?
It was free.
Oh.
Rock the cash bar.
Rock the cash bar.
Sharif don't like it.
The father doesn't like.
Have you been to a wedding recently where there was a
someone
cash
I know
bar?
just went to a wedding and it was a destination wedding
Oh.
involving quite a bit of gasoline, et cetera, and it was a cash bar.
No.
Nice.
Yes. That'll be reflected in your gift.
Whoa.
You can have a drink called Marriage on the Rocks.
I think it's fun stuff. It's the gin and tonic. It's the Dan Hatton. It's just
Yeah,
silly little
sure.
puns, and people got to have their drinks.
I like the Dan Hatton.
I would
now
throw
that's-
it right in Dan's face.
Dan Hatton.
Oh, isn't this something? Sploosh.
You could have done. A Christy Teeny.
Yeah, I could have.
Yeah.
I would have done a French 75 or something.
Of course,
I'll
something
do you,
pretentious.
French.
But you do the 69 like I taught you.
That's right.
Patrick got
Hey, the sniper.
From
What'd you call
him.
it?
Joseph Patrick.
What'd you call it, Pat?
Pat said, "You do the 69 like I taught you."
She said she wanted a
It's some
French.
sort of
Is that the
groomer.
Is that the Little Red Riding Hood joke?
You're going to eat me like the book said.
She wanted a French 75. They're very popular.
They are very popular.
What is that
right
drink?
now. It's usually gin, simple syrup, prosecco, and
I'm out.
I'll try that.
What is? Why is it
I
called
prefer it with
75?
elderflower, so it's
okay.
usually
Of course,
a
the
77.
older flowers are tastier.
Why is it called French 75?
I don't know. Came from France.
I guess French 39 would come with a white flag and a cigarette.
We have another segment with comedian Maria Bamford coming up next. It's a funny one. You want to come back for that? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Building a portfolio with Fidelity Basket Portfolios is kind of like making a sandwich. It's as simple as picking your stocks and ETFs, sort of like your meats and other toppings, and managing it as one big, juicy investment. Now that's pretty good. Learn more at fidelity.com/baskets. Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
This song's about credit cards. What's in your wallet? You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3. Then I get respect when I whip it out. Make a scene, wave it all around. That little magnetic strip gonna make them flip when I whip it out. Nothing else matters. No, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters when I whip it out. I got 16 digits making me legit. I'm gonna lay it down. I got all the credit, so you can just forget about putting me out. I got plastic in my pocket and a shit in my sock. I got everything gonna give it a shot. I got the goods in my hands, cause I know this night won't ever stop. Nothing else matters. No, nothing else matters. No, nothing else matters when I whip it out. Oh, hit me, baby. Oh, the dream is what it's all about. You see the twist the neck, then I get respect when I whip it out. Make a scene, wave it all around. Yeah, that little magnetic strip gonna make them flip when I whip it out. Nothing else matters. No, nothing else matters. No, nothing else matters when I whip it out. Hit it, baby. What, baby? Oh, the green is what it's all about. You see the twist the neck, then I get respect when I whip it out. Make a scene, wear it all
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back on a Thursday morning. This is Christopher speaking. How about a couple of lovely comedians in studio? Comedian Maria Bamford and Jackie Cashian.
Pat Godwin is the man with the guitar over there. We haven't heard much music from him.
Well, we have two great guests.
I don't think we get a song out of you. I heard during the break Jackie say she hates music, which is weird. Let's see now.
She loves to dance.
Tom, he's having a giant problem with that. I can tell you that right now.
She didn't say she hated music. She said she's.
I don't know anything about it. I have a podcast called The Dork Forest, and I just recorded one about Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
And guess what I learned? Stevie Nicks was in Fleetwood Mac. Did you guys know that?
You didn't know that?
Not offhand.
Yeah.
No. But you know what? You know what I'm here for? I'm here to take the bullet for everybody who didn't know that and then needed to learn that.
Yes.
Because I was like, was Stevie Nicks in Fleetwood Mac? And then there was a pause, and the person I was interviewing who loves Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac, that's their dorkdom. It's the Dork Forest. She was like, what? You don't know that? And I was like, no, just tell me. There's no reason.
Can you name two Rolling Stones?
Yes, I can.
Come on.
Keith Richards.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Mick Jagger.
Very good.
Jagger, yeah.
Can you name all four Beatles?
Brian.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The
Sorry.
Beach Boys.
That was the manager.
There we go. That's okay.
It's
And they were in Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah,
The
Can you
Beatles
name-
were in Fleetwood Mac for a little
first.
bit.
Can you name the brothers that are in the Beach Boys?
the Jonas Brothers.
Yep.
Okay, so
Neil Jonas, Nick Jonas,
sorry.
Bobby Jonas.
It's,
No, it's our good
Jonah?
friend. Our good friend.
nobody wants to talk to me about Harry Chapin, do they? No,
I do.
nobody does. Do you?
I do.
Jump into the fire. I'll talk about that.
We
all day.
happen to know a huge Harry Chapin fan, right?
Yeah,
And,
absolutely. Yeah.
Sitting right here.
30,000 pounds of bananas. Do you know it?
I do know it.
Do not.
I do so.
Make of car he died in.
Was the Lincoln Town Car?
Nope.
Don't know.
It's Volkswagen. Sorry.
All right.
Oh boy.
How did you know that?
Huh?
There's a lot of fun facts flying around here.
I got a lot
and
of
he
random
didn't even
music
look it
facts.
up. He just knew it.
Oh yeah. I asked him about Art Garfunkel.
Oh, no, please don't.
You know Art Garfunkel, Simon and Garfunkel, right?
Do you know
heard of them?
Garfunkel and Oates? Do you know those?
Sure.
guys?
Yeah.
They've been in here.
Oh yeah.
So
They're
now,
good times.
you guys are friends.
We're friends.
Jackie Cation, Maria Bamford. Do you do an impression, Jackie, of your friend Maria?
I don't. I do an impression of Maria's mom.
Oh.
Because what I have is I can do impressions of other people doing impressions.
Oh.
I cannot do impressions of actual people. I can only go, here's my impression of Maria's mom. Maria, there's oils. I know you don't want to believe me, but there's oils. And it's more just the timing than anything. It's do you remember when she said that to you?
Yes. Honey, don't put your skin on the quilt because there's oils.
I know you don't want to believe me.
You don't want to believe me, but there's this. You need to put the sheet between your skin and the quilt.
There is that mom gene that I know you don't want to believe.
Want to believe me?
I'm trying to help.
Does your mother enjoy your impression of her? Does she find it accurate or humorous or
I
annoying?
think now that, sometimes it gets her a bump up when she's at a Hampton Inn. Maybe she's at an extra granola bar or something,
hot cookie.
Yeah, hot cookie at a
cookies,
DoubleTree.
Yeah.
Although I did have to ask her specifically to say this, she does say on a regular basis, "I'm very proud of you." I tried not to give her line readings, but I a little slower, more up at the end.
Yeah.
I am very proud of you. That's it, Marilyn.
Maria Bamford, you're also a kind of a voice artist. You do some TV stuff.
Yes, I do a few voices anywhere. Though.
Ever been asked to audition for something you couldn't couldn't figure out how to do it?
Oh, for sure, all the time.
Yes, all the time. Yeah, I just I probably do about 6 different voices, and then I'm not very good at doing the celebrity impersonations, that type of thing. But I'm always willing to try.
Have they asked you to maybe give a shot at like June Foray, like the Rocky Squirrel or anything?
Oh no! But there are people who are genuinely, gifted. I think at that type
recreating
of thing, recreating
Mimic, yeah.
characters, and that has not been my gift. out of sloth or lack of talent, we'll never know.
How could we know?
Now, on Maria's show, there was an episode on Lady Dynamite where she had a boyfriend who fell in love with Diane.
Just the voice I use all the, if I use this all the time, what kind of people would I meet? And who would be drawn in? And wouldn't everyone?
Yes, the whole episode is him just, and then I finally admit to him that, this is my voice, and he's,
he's gone.
He's so bad.
Don't let the door hit you.
Yeah. So, oh well.
Does your husband ever ask you to not do a voice around him? Or do you ever fall into them as a joke?
Sometimes I know I will joke about stuff that it's like, hey, I wish you
too soon.
My mother just died. Please stop.
Too dark.
He's a good sport. Okay, so
good.
far, you'd have to ask him. I think that is
okay. We will if we have
Give him a
chance.
jingle.
We have a couple quick news stories I wanted to get out of Christy Lee.
Yeah.
We were talking the other day about the Hummer.
Yeah.
The vehicle, sorry.
The Humvee, yeah.
Because
not the oral.
No, sorry, please.
Oh, don't get dirty.
No.
Not in front of guests.
Welcome to 1997.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I made this point. There was a time in which every radio station,
I think it's blowy now, but
had to have a Humvee, whatever you call it.
Yeah, they were the.
And then then there was that period of time where every radio station had to have that giant boom box that drove around town.
Yeah.
And I just saw one of those not too long ago, and I think that people of a certain age are going, what the hell is that? Oh, it's a giant boom box. What's a boom box?
Yeah.
They've been gone for so long. Maybe they should just drive around giant earbuds. But this is a story about the Hummer.
Yeah,
It's
General
back.
Motors is bringing the Hummer back, but this time, ladies and gentlemen, it will be electric. GM announced it'll start selling a battery-powered Hummer pickup truck in September of 2021. The battery will generate the equivalent of 1,000 horsepower, will be able to go from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, and will produce 11,500 pounds of torque. Part of the new Hummer will be shown in a 30-second ad, though, featuring LeBron James during the Super Bowl, and the truck will officially be unveiled May 20th.
And will it just drive for 30 seconds and then need to be recharged?
I don't know the answer.
Fair question. But just the name, the electric Hummer, sounds like a dance in the bathroom at
Sounds like
Studio 54 in the men's room about 1977.
I thought it was Pat's song, Electric Hummer.
Oh, it's an underrated Robert Redford film, isn't it? The Electric Hummer.
Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
I love that movie. The electric horse.
He wears a suit and it's lighted.
Yeah.
Electric Hummer also sounds like something you'd have to buy online discreetly.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Lilo.
There's nothing wrong with getting personal pleasure.
Now say it as your mother.
Well, that's private. Tom, I want to tell you that we do have an excellent sex life. My husband, I'm 76, he's 79, and there is nothing that we can't do. And sex is so important.
Certainly is.
What does Diane think?
Oh, God, I am so sexual. I'm just such a sexual person. I can't. It's almost like my body is an organ. You know what that's like?
It's like a jukebox. It's lovely.
Some people say, when are you not on? I'm a natural extrovert.
By the way, for those of you that are listening and not seeing, that's all coming from Maria. That's disturbing. It's so scary. That sounds like a different
It is
person.
a delight. You're right, Jackie.
Okay, so both you guys, if I'm getting it right, you both found the person you're married to online.
Yes.
The interwebs.
And you both, it began with some kind of exchange either on the phone or internet. Then it was coffee. Now, so you said you did, 70 coffee trips or something?
Probably, over the years. I mean, and then I had different, relationships over time. But I think Yeah.
My question is, do you judge them by their coffee order right away? Is there some kind of a?
Oh.
I tended to like the.
No. I just my needs are just somebody who's down, down for the count. You just want somebody who's like, do you want to be in a long-term relationship? Is that right? You want to work it out no matter what? Yeah, all right. Let's do it. Whatever coffee you drink or...
You didn't like me to go, if you're a cappuccino guy, I'm out.
Yeah, no.
You order Sanka, I'm leaving.
No.
Andy Ashcraft doesn't even drink coffee.
Oh, well.
So
What
your
was your
husband,
first
how
date
did you
then?
meet him then if you didn't go out for coffee?
We went out for breakfast. He's
really?
breakfast people.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he's not made of stone. He likes a fresh squeezed orange juice.
Yeah.
A
Why
breakfast
wouldn't he?
date. All right.
Wow.
It was a breakfast date. Yeah. It was. He was smart.
Yeah. But and I think Jack and I are both just. I'm not picky. I just want somebody who's around. It's like,
right. I decided to let someone be nice to me.
Yeah,
that's what I did.
It is important. It's a big step.
It is a big step, especially in stand-up comedy.
Yes,
where you're
yeah.
just like, oh, he was so funny, but what a jackass. And you're like, oh, that's right. How about how he can be funny and not mean? How about that?
Right.
And it's possible.
Very, very good. This is fascinating. Now, do we have a couple more stories?
What would you
I'd like to
judge?
get
You
to?
judge their smell right away, right?
Probably a
That's your
shirt.
I would never could never under any circumstances have gone on an internet date.
Never?
No. I think that's why you're so fascinated by it, because you yourself would not do it.
It is rough.
how did you meet your weef?
Well, first of all, he
Long
doesn't have
story.
one yet.
No, but I
As
mean,
far as we know, they're not.
Yeah.
What if you show up and they've got like some horrible odor or they.
Then you excuse yourself and say, "This has been nice," but
No,
in polite society.
Feeling well.
Yeah, there are ways
Yeah,
to
right.
get out of it.
It's all good. I think I had one. It was a guy was an evangelical Christian / bodybuilder, and we met like in the first. And it was actually a blind date. Somebody had set us up, and it was just so uncomfortable. I was just like, I think we both gotta go. Like, this is,
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just hightail it. Then you get yourself a treat at 7-Eleven.
yeah.
Treat yourself right.
Yeah, you've done a good job by
You
showing
get yourself
up.
a Slurpee. You
Yeah,
got
you
it.
get a nerd's rope.
You left the house.
a Slurpee.
At 7-Eleven.
That's the kind of treat you'd go grab at a 7-Eleven.
Of course.
I like a small packet of donuts. What's everyone eating at the 7-Eleven? What's everyone going for?
I'm not getting the eggs.
No, don't do that.
I have a friend who gets the eggs.
Oh.
Wow.
I like the salads, the chicken salad, the ham salad.
Oh, really?
The tuna. Yes.
Wow, the gutsy stuff.
Yeah,
I
that's
know it.
Russian
Sounds like
roulette
salmon.
there.
I'm out
oil
there.
and a-
Yeah. I'm
I like the
borderline.
donuts too. Do you go chocolate or powdered sugar or the crunch type?
Chocolate, powdered
Okay,
sugar.
yeah.
There's too many witnesses.
Yeah, you're exactly
Can't do
right.
it.
Yeah.
I don't eat anything from places.
Of course you don't. When was the last time you had a Slurpee?
You know what? It just dawned on me. You sound like the male version of Diane.
Interesting. Tom, I just find you so fascinating.
Well, Diane, I really don't want to sleep.
No, it's not about that. This is about business. No,
Would
I
it be okay if
love
we-
business. I have pens.
There you go.
Many pens.
I don't know what's happening here.
We're having fun. That's what's
We're hanging out
happening.
with Maria Bamford. Now, Christy and I were having a slight argument.
About what?
Is Diane or is it Diana, the lady that you?
Diane.
Diane. Tom, we
Diana
just
seems
met.
Diana seems too pretentious.
Oh my God! No, I'm definitely
But
a Diana.
you think it sounds?
She sounds like Delilah.
No, Delilah's a different voice.
No, Delilah. I mean, she's a wonderful. What I do is I'm an executive. I work for my own company. What I'm doing, I work out of Los Angeles, and I provide services to celebrities. What I do is I witness people in their own homes.
Yes.
I just watch them. So, and I can do whatever you need, whether that's a full eye contact or half-mast or, I can look at you like Madonna and Child, that kind of thing.
Oh, sure.
Whatever I can do, just people need to be paid attention to, and that's what I'm here. That's what I'm here for. It's so good to be seen.
Are you creating a gig economy where
I am?
Because I can do a real good side eye.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
my.
maybe I could be the one.
Yeah.
Jackie, it takes a tremendous amount of training.
Certification possible?
Certification.
Possible?
Have you heard of community college?
It's so beneath you, it's hard to say, isn't it? Yes.
Yet another segment on this Thursday morning with comedian Greg Morton coming up next, and Jeff Oskey in studio. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show for a Thursday morning. This is Christopher speaking. The gang is back in here live in the studio on Monday morning, so be around for that for sure. Right now, another segment with Greg Morton and Jeff Oskey in studio.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Christmas with our special guest.
He is comedian Greg Morton.
Good morning.
Veteran of AGT, America's Got Talent. Very funny guy.
Tom.
We have a treat for you coming up, as a matter of fact, Greg. A couple of them.
Really?
One of them involves ACE. Mr. Ace Cosby over there.
Oh, Lord, how embarrassing.
Look forward to that. But, right now, it's Jeff Oskey. Jeff Oskey with news we failed to mention. Jeff, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great, everybody. How are you guys doing?
Good. Wonderful now that you're here.
Tom, I probably should have ran this by you before. I want to do something different today. I have to be honest. Lately, I feel like I've been a little off lately, not just here at my job, but in life. Like something's missing. Then the other day it dawned on me, I think I might be on the brink of a midlife crisis.
Okay.
I turned 50 this year. I don't feel 50. My bank account looks like that of a 12-year-old that saved his birthday money for the past years. I've already kind of started the midlife crisis starter pack. I recently got some Ray-Ban sunglasses and some Sperry topsiders. And so I'm on the road to midlife crisis. I'm just not sure which avenue to take from here. So I was hoping you guys could help me. I could run through a few different scenarios. You guys could weigh in, help me guide to which avenue I should take my midlife crisis down.
All right.
Here's one of my ideas. I could start brewing craft beer out of my mini barn for dogs. I could give them all stupid craft beer names like Puppy Pilsner and Doggy Style Stout and Lick Your Crotch Cream Ale. And of course, the most popular German beer for dogs, Warsteiner Weinerreimer.
Those are going to sell. You're going to have a big bank account. That's a great idea.
Another option for my midlife crisis, I could cheat on my lady with a woman half my age.
Okay, all right.
I'll be honest, though, that sounds like a lot of work. Having to go to Harry Styles concerts, help her shoot TikToks at the Walmart checkout, having to listen to her drone on about the Kundalini yoga class she teaches to 3 middle-aged women every Tuesday and Thursday out of an abandoned TCBY. Been there, done that. Another option, I could buy a drone.
Okay.
I could be a drone guy. Though I really see nothing but problem. Like, because I'd probably perv with it. Like, not at first. Like, at first, I'd just be flying around enjoying it. And then one day, I would come across a lady sunning herself naked in her backyard. And then I would have my drone there every day. Until her husband shot it out of the sky or the police came and arrested me. So maybe I'll pass on that.
Okay.
Another option, I could take up polo. I love croquet and I love horses. Why not polo? Bob and Tom could sponsor my horse. Christy, you could don a big hat, come dressed as Julia Roberts to cheer me on. On the weekend, Tom would force me to give Finn pony rides throughout their new house. Take me to the West Wing. Another option, and I know this is cliche, get a cool car.
Sure.
Okay.
I've never had a cool car before. For once in my life, I would like. And Josh, no offense, not to out you, but you drive a Buick.
I do.
It's like you skipped midlife crisis and went to end of life hospice. Well, I've never owned a cool car. My dad has. My dad's had a bunch of cool cars. I've never been allowed to drive them. Good choice on his part. His current cool car is a Corvette. Yeah, he was telling me the other day, Corvette owners, like Jeep owners, apparently they have a Corvette wave.
Oh, they do.
When my dad and his other Corvette owners pass each other, they'll tip their MAGA hats to each other.
I see.
So a cool car sounds fun, but I priced some online, and with my bank account, unfortunately, the only cool car I can afford, a 1984 Pontiac Fiero. But then we could give each other the Fiero wave. When you pass each other, you hold up your fire extinguisher.
True.
So my final option, though, is to do the opposite. Like, don't go crazy, like become healthy, start eating right, start working out, cutting carbs, trying keto. But then the next thing you know, I'll find myself in a Kundalini yoga class with 3 middle-aged women and an abandoned TCBY being taught by some woman half my age who goes by the name Honey Bear or Strawberry Harvest. My last and final option, 2 ideas or 2 words, darkness retreat. So what do you guys think? Where do you think I should go with it?
I think it's good. Start with the dog beer. I like that idea.
All right, I'm gonna start doing the dog beer. So
I got a name for you. You could do O'Druels. Non-alcoholic. Because you don't want to give your dog.
I love it. Okay. Well, I'll give that a shot. So everybody, keep your eye out for the new craft beer for dogs by Jeff Hoskay's Midlife Crisis. Have a great day, everybody.
Right now we have a comedian, Greg Warren, hanging out with us. Once again, a man of Canadian heritage, living in beautiful Toronto, and a veteran of did very well on the America's Got Talent show, and may just be showing up in Vegas for something in the near future. Can't really tell you what it is.
Cool.
We can tell you this, that Christy Lee's still at the Bob and Tom news desk. Have we missed anything?
Yeah, we have one thing. An EasyJet pilot circled their plane in the air to treat passengers to a stunning view of the Northern Lights recently.
Christy, I'm sorry to interrupt. What is an EasyJet pilot?
It's the name of the airline, EasyJet.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
It sounds like an easy bake oven. I thought it was like a plane for kids to drive.
That'd be fun.
Mommy, can one light bulb drive an airplane?
I don't know. My brownies are still cooking. I'll let you know. According to the BBC, the plane was traveling from Iceland to Manchester, England, when the Aurora Borealis lit up the skies across the UK in a very rare display.
Wow.
The pilot's maneuver allowed passengers on both sides of the plane to get a glimpse of the Northern Lights. An EasyJet spokeswoman said, quote, "We are pleased that the captain was able to perform a controlled maneuver in order to allow passengers to witness an amazing display of one of nature's greatest sights." Passenger Adam Groves said the incredible sight topped off his 4-night trip, which also saw him get engaged. Well, congratulations, Mr. Groves. He said he and his fiancée, Jasmine Mapp, were on the right-hand side of the plane and would not have been able to see the lights if it not had been for the very kind pilot.
Jasmine Mapp sounds like a Dora the Explorer knockoff.
Yeah.
Yes, Jasmine Mapp.
By the way, the couple had been in Iceland, and they spent the entire trip and never once got to see the aurora. So they are very excited about it.
Cool.
I had friends that went to Iceland and never got to see it. Stayed in one of those dome things.
Yeah.
And
can you believe it?
We should explain to Greg that Christy has friends that do all the kind of stuff that
whatever
Jeff Oskey is just mocking.
Whatever news story you got, she's got a friend.
I have a lot of friends. These guys don't ever go out.
No, that's not true. We go out. We just don't have any friends. You ever hang out with us?
So Christy has those friends, and then my dad has a friend who, if you ever want to do anything fun, like, hey, let's go to the trampoline park, let's go bungee. He has a friend that died or was very seriously injured.
What?
Mm-hmm. He'll shut down any fun you want to have.
Anything.
Okay. Just name any sport or any
activity.
Okay.
Ice cream cone. Oh, yeah. He was eating his ice cream cone. A bus hit him.
Hey, Dad.
See? Talk about a rocky road. No,
Hey, Dad, let's go bowling.
Yeah, what about bowling?
Yeah, you can't do anything bad in bowling.
Let me think here.
Oh, that ball return can be tricky, can't it? Didn't you have a buddy who lost a finger?
He got his testicles caught trying to dry him on the little thing. Just embarrassing. He pulls up, he's got shorts on, no underwear, just walks up. Whoa, this feels good on the nuts. Then all of a sudden they got stuck in the thing. I think this is really cool.
To your walrus problem.
Yeah, this is really cool that the guy turned the plane around. Otherwise, it would have been, the guy comes over the PA. Folks on the left side of the plane can see the beautiful Aurora Borealis. Folks on the right side of the plane can see a cloud that looks like a duck.
Well, that'd be something too, though.
Greg Morton, what else is new with you?
Oh my goodness! You know what's weird is my mom. We just dragged her into the 21st century.
Oh,
she was going to the bank in person and paying her bills. And I said, "Mom, it's 2023. You don't have to pay your bills."
I'm glad because when you first said we had to drag my mom, I thought, oh, geez. Who dug the hole? I'm glad.
Coming up next hour here on the Bob and Tom Show, yet another phone call from Donnie Baker. That's on the way. But coming up next, Greg Warren is in studio with the Warren Report. I'll tell you about that coming up in just a minute. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back, guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
More of the Bob and Tom Show now on a Thursday. Hope you're having a good one. This is Christopher speaking from the Bob and Tom Studios. Greg Morton has a feature every week on the show. It's called The Warren Report. He picks out various subjects. Today's Warren Report is about poison ivy. Back to the Bob and Tom Show.
We do have comedian Greg Warren
He is.
joining us from his home in St. Louis, Missouri. And again, congratulations, Greg. Your comedy special video got a really nice review in the New York Times.
Yeah, that was kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
And the special is called The Salesman. Mm-hmm. And bravo. Good for you, man. That's just so nice.
Thanks, Tom.
What's on your mind?
I wanted to talk about poison ivy today, guys. It's
all right.
It is the season, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the season. It's awful weed.
You strike me as a guy who had poison ivy a lot.
Well, I don't know why you'd say that.
I don't know why.
Wrestling in the woods.
We didn't wrestle in the woods. I had it a few times. It's a horrible. It ruins your summer. It was the whole thing.
I thought you told me you wrestled in the woods.
Oh, naked?
Yeah, naked in the woods with you and all the wrestling guys. Build
me and who, chick? Me and who?
You and the other guys on the wrestling team to build camaraderie.
Yes,
the French call it joie de vivre or whatever the hell it is. Yeah,
we didn't do that. I didn't tell. That wasn't me that you were talking to about that.
Okay.
You guys know the ingredient that causes the allergic reaction in poison ivy?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, it's poison. Oh.
It's urushiol. That's what it's called.
Wow.
Urushiol. And it takes 1/1000th of a gram of urushiol to cause skin irritation. 1/1000th of a gram.
It sounds like the name of a rapper.
It does. It's not. They actually that Batman villain Poison Ivy. They should have called her Urushiol. That would have been scarier. And poison ivy's on the rise, guys. Climate changes make it easier to grow now. There's more carbon dioxide in the air or something, so poison ivy thrives on that stuff. So
yeah, unicorns eat it. If you're reading the same article.
Yeah, Josh, I hope you feel good about driving around that giant SUV. It's causing poison ivy to grow all over the place. You jerk.
Wow, smaller. No idea.
It's not contagious. By the way.
Okay, that was always the concern.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's not. If you have poison ivy rash and I touch it, I'm not gonna get it.
Oh, good.
But I've learned, still nobody wants to touch you.
Well, maybe it's just you, though.
Greg,
I've tried. Maybe it's been. Hey, come on, baby. It'll take my mind off the itch. It doesn't work.
Where did you have the poison ivy?
I mean,
St. Louis.
All yeah. I think Cincinnati most recently.
I meant
all over. Yeah.
Did you have it on your wang?
Did not, and it doesn't spread from your
hands?
different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't spread from different parts of your body. Just so you guys
just where
know.
you touch it, then.
I got it.
Yeah. I have never been able to identify it. There's all these little. Well, it's green, guys. It's green, but there's just a little bit of red in it. Just a little bit of red.
Really?
It's just a little. You got to get close to see the red. Once the leaf is almost in your mouth, then you're going to see the red. It's green with a little red. I've walked through the woods and freaked out about a Mike and Ike box that somebody left in there.
Well, that's just littering.
It is, and that chick, I hate to tell you, that goes on in some of our national parks.
Oh boy,
gosh, that's a shame.
Early Europeans planted poison ivy along embankments because of the roots prevent erosion, which I would like to say, which early Europeans? Because they need to answer for that, right? Listen, Giuseppe or Henri or Fernando or Heinrich, which one of your moron great-great-great-great-grandparents were involved in this? I know embankments were very important to you guys back then, but maybe build a wall, okay? The Chinese built a big one. It worked out for them. They prevent erosion, which who cares? There's all kinds of rhymes. Have you guys heard the rhymes to stop poison ivy or to be able to identify poison ivy, I should say?
No, I haven't.
Leaves of 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let it be.
Let it be.
Let them be.
I
Thanks
that.
for the poem, guys. But it didn't work. Okay.
Oh.
This thing has the word poison in it. Is that how we're handling poisons now? Rhymes. When it comes to nerve gas, say, I pass. Let me tell you something. I've been out there in the woods and those leaves bunch up. I can't count them. I don't know if that's 9 leaves of 3 or 1 leaf of 27. So what I've decided is no more nature. No. Here's my poem.
Okay.
If it's a plant, I can't. In any event, stay on the cement. That's how I'm going to live my life.
Oh, nice.
There's another one. It's called, they say berry. You know poison ivy has berries on it?
No.
I didn't.
Yeah. When they get mature, they have berries, which berries white take flight.
Oh.
Now I got to be afraid of Barry White.
Weren't we talking about this a couple weeks ago? If you inhale poison ivy smoke,
right? We were.
Could kill you, chick.
Yeah, it's unpleasant.
And people wrote in saying it was awful.
You can get it in your lungs, right?
Yeah, it could kill you. Don't burn poison ivy.
No.
Hey, Greg, can animals get poison ivy?
That's a great question, Josh. Most of them cannot. Okay. However, monkeys can.
Oh.
And hamsters can.
Is that right?
Huh. Yes. And let me tell you something. If you've ever seen a hamster with a bunch of calamine lotion on you, it is a freaky sight. Wow. Awful. Yeah. Some of them eat it though.
Oh.
Black bears eat poison ivy.
Oh boy, they love it, huh?
I just think that's a way of being like, this is how much of a badass I am. I'm eating poison ivy.
That's a flex.
I'll kill you. It is. It's in the same family as cashews, mangoes, and pistachios.
How so?
And poison sumac and poison oak. They all have urushiol, which that's the same family. It's a real messed up family.
It's dysfunctional.
Yeah, it's like the Borgias or the the Husseins. Remember Uday and Husey, those guys.
Yeah, sure.
Bad. The Menendez brothers. It's a lot like the Menendez brothers, guys.
Stay away.
They're bad. Did you know they use an extract of poison ivy to treat joint pain? That's true.
Wow.
Yes, I looked it up. It sounds a lot like something my dad would come up with. Dad, I itch all over. Yeah, you do, but you're not thinking about your knee anymore, are you? It's a horrible thing, man. It's 5 years after it's dead, you can still get poison ivy.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah. And it's there's something called Rus toxicodron. I think the brand name is Outdoor Joe's. Apparently, you could take this stuff, and it makes you a little more resistant to poison ivy when you go out there.
Huh.
Yeah. 30 minutes you got to wash it off if you're exposed. 30 minutes or you're screwed.
Oh, man.
Here's another one. You get a freebie.
What do you mean?
What?
First time you touch poison ivy, you're fine.
Wow, your body doesn't know?
Nah.
And then it learns.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're a kid, man, live it up. You know?
Yeah. First one's free.
Eat it.
Yeah, first one's free. First one's free.
Huh.
So it's a gateway poison.
I'm blessed to have never had it. Have
I've
you guys
never had it
I
either.
never had it. I don't get it either.
15% of the population is immune to it. You think you
we're
Christy
all
and
in
Josh might be one of these freaks?
I know I am. And when I was at camp, we were on South Manitou Island. Everybody got it but me.
And what camp was that?
Camp Hayowenta.
Camp Hayowenta.
Great camp.
And what sort of activities? They're on Torch Lake.
Sailing.
Sailing.
Oh, sure. Hiking.
Yeah.
Just, Chick, was that a camp for underprivileged children?
No, not at all.
Fine camp.
It started off with horseback riding.
No, they did not.
And then, of course, you were assigned a butler. And then
Chick didn't get to go to camp, and he's still.
I never gave it a
Tom.
second thought until I met Tom.
Did you go to camp, Greg? Other than that wrestling, did you go wrestling camp?
I went to a lot of wrestling camp. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
out in the woods, right? Wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
No, Chick, I don't know where you're getting this.
Build
But,
Naked in the poison ivy. That's
Team
what I
spirit.
heard.
That's what I heard.
Christy?
Really?
One time in 5th or 6th grade, I went to CYO camp at
That stands for carry your own.
Catholic Youth Organization.
Oh,
Camp
yeah.
Rancho Formasa.
Oh,
remember?
Yeah. So the smelly the cheese that smells
Cheese
like
ranch,
ranch dressing.
yeah.
That's Rancho Formaggio. Yeah.
Rancho Formosa. Yeah.
Smell the cheese.
I was so homesick.
Did you go to camp?
I went to Summer Stock.
Yes.
Of course you did.
I did plays. I acted. I learned how to enunciate over the summer.
And project, I bet.
Yes!
That's big.
Look out, it's a snake.
That's
wow, I heard that. Really, that was yeah.
Thank you,
good.
Greg.
Hey, Pat, at theater camp, would you and like 2 other kids sit in the grass and pretend to canoe?
We will now mime getting across the lake.
Time to work on our physical business.
Stroke. Stroke.
There's a wave a-coming.
We'll have more of the Bob and Tom Show coming up for you in just a minute here. A phone call from Donnie Baker in the next segment. Come on back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Getting engaged can be stressful. Getting the right ring won't be at BlueNile.com. The jewelers at BlueNile.com have sparkle down to a science with beautiful lab-grown diamonds worthy of your most brilliant moments. Their lab-grown diamonds are independently graded and guaranteed identical to natural diamonds and ready to ship to your door. Get $50 off your purchase of $500 or more with code SPOTIFY at BlueNile.com. That's BlueNile.com, code SPOTIFY for $50 off.
This is the Bob and Tom Show on a Thursday. This is Christopher speaking from the Bob and Tom Studios. We got a phone call in this segment from Donnie Baker. Plus, we'll talk about fudgesicles and Josh's character, all on the way.
We have got another world record to get to. We've got a lot going on.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show. Hello.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie.
Hey, Donnie, we were just talking about you.
Did I hear you guys right? There's going to be a new virtual golf league.
That sounds stupid.
TGL, the golf league.
Yeah, the T stands for the.
TGL. Hey, chick, at least it ain't the Tom Griswold League.
Oh.
Pretty God. Can you imagine? Everybody's got to offer up a random factoid before they putt. Hey, did you know our Garfunkel's good at free throws?
That's correct. That's correct.
Or wouldn't golf be more fun if we could ski our way through it? I'll say it like this. I bet you $30 this thing was invented by some TikToker. Virtual golf league. Man, these millennials want to do everything on Game Boy now. And I'm basically already gone Gran Torino on that generation because I'm raising one, my idiot cousin Lonnie. He wants everything without putting no effort. Man, when I was a millennial growing up, life was hard. Nowadays, these kids can just zoom their way through it, you know? It's easier than stabbing fish in a barrel. I'll say it like this, though. I'm sort of proud of my idiot cousin Lonnie.
Wow.
I ain't told you guys, but he's on his way becoming a fireman now.
Really? Oh, good for him.
Yeah, but the closer he gets, the more he brags about it. Did you know to become a fireman and pass the final exam, you got to get dressed full gear from brains to boot in under 45 seconds?
Wow, that's important, though.
I swear to God, he claims he can do it in under 30. And trust me, he's telling everybody, which I'm proud of him. But last come, he's got to brag about it. Oh, I'm going to be fireman. Fireman of the fastest dressers on the planet. Whatever, Lonnie. You've never been in a massage parlor when somebody yells search warrant. Hell, I could probably be the fire chief. Said it right to his face. All right, go.
Well, good for his idiot cousin Lonnie.
Yeah, Lonnie's stepping up. Doing something
all right.
noble.
Now, we were going to return to the sports pages.
Major League Baseball from St. Louis. San Francisco outfielder Mitch Haniger broke his right forearm when hit by a pitch from the Cardinals' Jack Flaherty in the third inning of the Giants' 11-3
How does
win.
that not happen more often, Josh?
I don't know. Well, they wear armor and stuff. I'm like I see on forearms and stuff.
Right? Really?
Yeah.
We heard a great story yesterday from Drew Storen, who was a Major League Baseball pitcher. And by the way, if you missed it, Drew and his buddies have they bought the corn several years from the Field of Dreams, the actual field there. They got friendly with the farmer. They made a deal, and they have distilled. Is that the word? Distilled a bourbon using that corn.
Cool.
It's a Field of Dreams. It's out there. It'll be available in 35 states in a couple of weeks. We've got some links, I think, in the Bob and Tom social media pages. But he has a lifetime batting average of 333 because he only had to bat 3 times as a major league pitcher.
Nice.
But he was explaining. Remember what he was saying about the helmet, Josh?
Oh, he used the Bat Boys helmet because he's a switch hitter. And the Bat Boys helmet is a double flapper, so he could.
So the only time he got a hit, he was wearing a Bat Boy helmet.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show, even in a Major League Baseball game, there's a lot of kind of, oh, well, hey, what do you got over there?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of borrowing of bats?
No. Each bat's got a handful.
Yeah.
Or each batter has a handful of their own.
Absolutely not.
Would there ever be hey, man, can I use your.
Potentially, but I don't think it happens that often because everybody's has got certain specifics, and plus. Boy, you break your buddy's bat. That could be that could go bad.
That was my lucky bat.
Yeah.
Hey, Sammy, I used your lucky bat.
But they have plenty in their measurements there.
Okay. So, all right. Now, we return to this poor guy and his broken arm.
Yeah, he's going to be fine eventually. And Carlos Perez broke a tie, pardon me, with an RBI ground out in the 8th inning last night in Oakland. The Athletics beat the Tampa Bay Rays 2-1 in front of a spirited crowd, it says here, at the Oakland Coliseum.
Well, that's interesting. One of the better teams being beaten by one of the lesser teams.
The A's drew a season-high attendance record of 27,759, about 5 times what they normally draw. Oakland fans held a reverse boycott last night. Green shirts with yellow words on the front that say "sell." They wanted to sell somebody in Oakland instead of moving it to Las Vegas, which is apparently a done deal. This is a classic case of too little, too late. Fans also shouted their anger at team owner John Fisher throughout the night, and some threw cups and bottles onto the field after the game ended. There you go.
How about that? They should try more of these reverse boycotts in that area. Like the city of San Francisco,
You think
the
that'll-
mayor could go, hey, how about tonight we all crap in bathrooms?
Yeah.
Oh, because
See if it actually
that would be the reverse of the
Norm. it seems to be
norm.
there. Yeah.
Normal.
Essing in the streets.
We were talking about one of our staff members. His wife is having a baby.
Right.
Did it happen?
I can't find any information. We don't know.
We thought it was going to happen yesterday. Maybe it's
Last
today.
night, yeah.
But I was just in light of that, I was doing a little bit of homework here, and there is a parenting site.
Obviously, not enough homework. We don't know if he had the baby or not.
No, I was doing some homework on this, not that. Christy
What?
was handling
Well, then
that.
why mention? Never mind.
Because this involves things to do when your wife is in the hospital as a post-birth treatment, according to the Direct Advice for Dads website.
So this is after the baby's come.
Yes, after the baby has arrived.
Yes.
You may have heard of this. It's referred to either as the ice finger or the vaginal popsicle. The process involves filling a condom with water and freezing it. The Digital Post explains that.
Well, then what do you do with it?
Well, the popsicles are the perfect shape to rest in between a new mom's legs and ease a bit of the pain and swelling.
You're not putting them up inside there. Guarantee that. No. No.
This is the equivalent of the guy with the bag of corn after the vasectomy, I think.
Right.
One mother on Baby Center endorsed the advice, saying, quote, after you deliver...
Baby Center?
Yeah, it's a website. She said, after you deliver, your coochie is super sore.
Yeah.
Especially if you tear. Buy some panty liners and cut an opening into one end. Slide the frozen condom inside and wear the frozen panty liner until it melts. Repeat as necessary. So the vaginal popsicle does not go...
Inside.
Yeah.
No.
Now, the fudge-sicle...
Where does that go, Tom?
That's a different post-surgery treatment. Anyway.
All of a sudden, it all came into sharp focus. All that.
He was working on
fudge-sicle.
something over there, yeah.
Fudge-sicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
likes it.
Yeah.
He really likes it.
Yeah, he does.
Doing that half-gaped laugh that he does.
Would you like a good fudge-sicle?
Not anymore.
No, I never did. I liked pudding pops.
Oh, I did too.
You don't like fudge-sickles?
No, I'm not a popsicle guy. I'm not a frozen I
Frozen
don't
treat?
like snow cones or
Drumstick?
I love drumsticks.
Okay.
That's one of the exceptions.
Okay.
Those drumsticks I used to love. The only place you could get those back in my day was from the traveling
ice cream truck.
ice cream truck.
The ice cream. The dessert troubadour. What are they called?
Your reputation precedes you. I couldn't wait.
Sorry, I was
hear
going
you go
to.
with
I almost said
something
because this would have been weird.
Other than Mr. Softy.
No, it would have been weird because the truck in my neighborhood in Shaker Heights, Ohio, was Uncle Marty.
I bet it was.
No, that was. I mean, it was Uncle Marty. It was the truck would drive around. And
Uncle Marty.
It would play.
Hey kids, you want a pops?
What was the
Just tuck your money in my pocket.
What was the standard? The standard music was what? The monkey.
Weasel touch the weasel in my pants. Pop. Go.
God, I haven't seen an ice cream truck in ages.
I saw the ice cream.
The ice
boat.
cream truck.
I saw the ice cream boat the other day at
Ice
Lake of
cream
the
man?
Ozarks.
Did you?
It goes around to the docks.
Oh,
They have ice
they have
cream
that
boats?
in Florida
Yeah,
too.
It's very cool.
They have that in Marco Island.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
The ice cream boat.
Did you get something?
No.
What?
I didn't want anything.
Look at him. You might have well told him you can record one program and watch another. Look at how confused he is.
You didn't even get something for the show?
What do you mean?
Oh, something we could rib you about, you know.
I I have to live my life as the character you painted me as?
It'd be a lot funnier.
Josh, have they updated the characters at all? When I was a kid, they had SpongeBob and Spider-Man. Do they have any new characters at the ice cream truck? Did you happen to see in the boat?
No, the boat didn't have like one of those outdoor, like the menus painted on the side.
Okay.
So
how are the charges fairly excessive or?
Yeah, I mean it's not.
But what a great idea.
It's a little more than an ice cream truck, but yeah.
Does he also sell bait?
No, just an ice cream truck.
You think that
They have the pizza boat in Tampa.
You know, I would
Tampa
hope there'd be
Bay.
some.
Wait a minute, Josh. Did you just?
No, I didn't hear what she said.
We did the story. I believe it was in Tampa Bay.
A pizza
They have
boat?
a pizza delivery boat.
That's
yeah.
smart too.
Yeah.
People hanging out on their dock.
Would you have had a slice?
Probably not. We had plenty of snacks and food on the dock.
Just say yes.
Oh, get out of here.
I would have had
Jesse.
7 pizzas.
Seven
Yeah.
pizzas.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Can you tell the rotisserie chicken boat to make its way over here? And
French fry shuttle.
how about the paper towel boat? Because clearly I'm sitting here masturbating, and I don't know if you noticed that. I wasn't masturbating until I smelled the food. That caused me to have at myself.
It's your own fault.
My gosh. In fact, give me 2 rotisserie chickens, one to hump and one to eat. I'm so fat. I'm so fat. I'm the fattest. I am fat. Nobody's fatter than me. Nobody's fatter than me. No. I eat jerk it and eat. I'm not a man with real feelings. I'm merely a prop for Tom's amusement.
Aren't we all?
Oh, boy.
So you don't like fudgesicles? Sorry.
You know,
I
maybe
miss pudding pops. Why'd they ever get rid of those? Too delicious.
They were smooth. I think they'd have trouble bringing them back because of Cosby.
Yeah?
I did love the ones, the cones that are pre-frozen and that Uncle Marty used to have.
Like the drumsticks?
The drumsticks.
Yeah.
Pre-frozen.
Chick, am I correct in saying that you prefer a cake cone to a waffle cone?
I do.
Wow.
Very much so.
I do too. I'm
I
not
do
a waffle
too, yeah.
cone fan.
Oh,
Unless it's the mini drumsticks. Those are good, but.
You can eat those like popcorn.
Oh, those are good.
Toss them back, man.
The waffle cones often have that fudge at the
When
bottom.
I was a kid, they had Captain Crunch ice cream bars.
What?
And there were chocolate
Yep.
flavor and strawberry flavor, and
Yep.
they were the best.
They love
Were they
them.
like coated in the Cap'n Crunch?
Yep.
Yep.
That
And they
sounds very
had
good.
chocolate cake in the middle, surrounded by ice cream. I
Holy
don't know,
cow.
I
Did you
don't
get
know where,
amazing.
or strawberry cake. I don't know where they went to.
Did you get them at the grocery store or did you get them from an ice cream person?
I used to get them at the London Municipal Swimming Pool. They were. You'd have that and go and swim and get a cramp and crap yourself.
Wait a second.
The ice cream truck does not come down my street.
It doesn't?
I really don't
I'm
think
really
it does.
surprised.
Does it in your
why
neighborhoods?
why do you think that they don't come down the street, Tom?
Well, have you checked the stock? We're going down Arnold Street. No, we only got 24. Well, we better not. We don't want to get yelled at again. Remember last time you shot at us?
Why don't you losers have any pizza?
He shot at the ice cream.
With the potato gun.
Bring it back here, you puppies!
You got more than 3 dozen?
No! Blam! Blam!
I don't know when I remember when you were little, Willie, every once in a while the ice cream truck guy would come by.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long time.
What was your go-to order, Will?
The Spider-Man. The Spider-Man, and then I think it had gum for the eye.
Yeah,
in it.
sure.
Oh, just awesome. Just on a hot day, nothing better.
Never heard of that. Never heard of the Spider-Man ice cream bar.
Oh, they had them all, didn't they? The SpongeBob, the foot with the gum that was like the big toenail.
Oh,
Not the most appetizing looking, but kind of funny. Yeah.
Don't they have like ice cream at the pool that you don't know that you go to? They have a little snack bar, don't they?
Yeah, but they don't have the cool stuff.
I would imagine it's gelato or
Yeah, you're probably right. What am I thinking?
sherbet, sorbet. Yes, more sorbet, kids.
Oh, fresco.
Yes, please.
Is that raspberry sherbet organic?
It's served in a cut open coconut.
We needed to get back to the sports page for some reason.
Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen, Superman, has offered an update on the curious situation of Benjamin Button. No, it's the curious situation of wide receiver Stephon Diggs. Allen said, internally, we're working on some things, not football related. Steph, he's my guy. I effing love him. He's a brother of mine. This doesn't work. We need him in here. What we're doing, we can't do it without him.
What's happening?
He just signed a massive contract. So here's some thoughts about maybe Steph wants a nice new parking space. You don't know. Maybe that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's making enough money, but he needs a parking space before he shows up at mandatory organized team activities, Tom. They call those OTAs.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a title. Maybe he wants to be secretary of receptions.
Oh.
You don't know. Or director of touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Or
we don't do OTAs here.
yeah, we don't have any team building activities here
At all.
We spend unless we're on the air, we spend all of our time staying away from each other. Right?
That's how you build the team.
Really? Enthusiastic isolation.
I'm making arrangements for another thing.
What is this?
Oh, no.
boy.
See,
this is why.
All of a sudden, I know what the problem is. It's him.
Yeah.
If it ain't Disney World, I don't want to hear it. Is it
pickleball?
That's what
It's
we're gonna
pickleball.
do.
I'm not playing.
It's not pickle.
Can we go to an escape room together?
No.
All of us locked in a room
See,
together.
I can't.
No.
I can't do that.
One of
I've
my,
never done
I
those.
can't even do a corn maze. I'm too.
One of my
claustrophobic.
close friends has a half-assed restaurant with horrible food. We're going to meet there and have lunch.
It's unbelievable. I came to take him to the lunch at the finest place in town, and all he does is bitch.
Awful food.
Chick is right. When we went to your friend Jimmy's nacho sack,
First of all,
Yeah.
Jimmy wasn't there.
I told you not to get the goat.
and nachos in a sack.
Yeah, they're soggy from the get-go.
Exactly.
Walking nachos.
Wait a minute. Don't. The walking nachos aren't bad.
But these were in a cloth sack.
That's
and they,
Leak out.
You mean sackcloth and ash? No, that's not right. Sackcloth and ashes? No.
I couldn't. In an escape room, when you do those, are you allowed to go, you know what? We quit. Let us out.
I think
We quit.
if you scream
you
fire,
have to,
you can do
right?
whatever you
Let
want.
me out. I will tear this place apart.
There has to be a button, right, or something.
Now, this would be a great premise for a horror movie.
They already have Escape Room.
Oh, do they?
And Escape Room 2 Tournament
really?
of Champions. Yeah.
It pretty much just depends on the 17-year-old who's working there, who's higher than hell, by the way. It's pretty much his discretion. If you can make a stoned 17-year-old let you out of there, it's his call.
Have you seen the videos of the ride operators screwing with people? And
I love it. Like, oh, wait, I need to fasten your seatbelt. And then they hit the button.
Then they hit the button.
So the people are like, what?
Terrifying.
Why is that funny?
It kind of isn't.
yeah, I would.
Coming up next on the Bob and Tom Show, we'll talk about tipping. A little restaurant talk for you, too, coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
I stayed in bed late today, 'cause the room was spinning. I think it's gonna be a bad day. My alarm went off on time, but it was a smoke alarm. I think it's gonna be a bad day. Poured a bowl of chunky granola. The milk was chunkier. I think it's gonna be a bad day. My boss said I'm doing a great job, and he hates to let me go. I think it's gonna be a bad day. My wife said, I love you, Bill. My name is John. I think it's gonna be a bad day. Found a 4-leaf clover growing on my shower floor. I think it's gonna be a bad day. I'm gonna be a dad. According to the lawsuits, I think it's gonna be a bad day. Talk to a sexy girl today for $4.95 a minute. I think it's gonna be a bad day. My son finally got his own place. He's in prison. I think it's gonna be a bad day. My daughter started an e-business. She's got a camera in her bedroom. I think it's gonna be a bad day. My doctor gave me the thumbs up. It was extremely painful. I think it's gonna be a bad day. My wife likes to dress sexy, so I hear. I think it's gonna be a bad day. My secretary has a crush on me. His name is Steve. I think it's gonna be a bad day.
More of the Bob and Tom Show now on a Thursday morning. Hope you're having a nice one. This is Christopher speaking from the Bob and Tom Studios. Let's wrap things up this morning. Talk about a little tipping, a little restaurant talk, little menu talk for you.
Let's see. Now, we were talking about tipping, and Josh was upset because I tipped the guy at the movie theater.
Yeah, over tipping's a problem these days.
But it was this kid, but was working hard. It was just him back there. I could tell he was a nice kid. And, hey, here.
I could tell he was a nice kid.
I guarantee you he had blonde hair. That's what that means. I guarantee you.
I was at the tavern the other night. This guy named Ted walked up, and we started talking. What a nice guy.
Do you tip at fast food restaurants?
Oh, Ted, you mean Ted Bundy? Yeah, what a nice guy. Clean cut, smart.
I thought you were going Kaczynski.
And I'll tell you what, he seems like a ladies' man.
Oh, yeah. Boy, women just love him.
God, handsome people are the best, aren't
Yeah.
they?
Do you tip at a fast food restaurant?
Depends, some of them.
Oh, my God.
You have to be stopped. I think Josh overreacted a little bit, but now I couldn't agree more.
Because now when you put your card in, they automatically come up with, do you want a tip?
Some of them don't.
Ugh.
I wish some of them did. Like when you're at Chipotle, they're working.
Let me
hard.
ask you
They're
something.
working hard back there.
Are you tipping because you think they're doing a great job and you want them to earn more money? Or are you tipping because you're worried they're going to say that Tom Griswold didn't tip?
No, it's because I used to work at a restaurant, and I know that.
No, I don't believe you. I
Well,
think you're worried. I think you're worried.
It's not a matter of
You're
you
worried
believing
that
me.
Tom, they're going to say that because you really do think that way, and you don't want to give them a tip.
I mean, they don't know who I am when I'm at Chipotle. I just don't.
I mean, construction workers work hard, but do you roll down your window and stop and go, here, fellas?
Here, top that building off for me. Here you go. Here's a Finsky. Go buy a beer.
Yeah.
Now, okay. What about how about this? I've got a letter here from a guy. I went to a local pizza place that you take the pizza, but they haven't cooked it yet. Do I tip them for making the pizza?
Well, I think so.
Yeah, I do too.
If you're carrying out, anytime you carry out, I think you can. I think tipping is completely acceptable. Maybe not mandatory, but acceptable.
Should it be 20%?
You're not even eating in their restaurant.
Yeah, but
they
so when
work
you
hard
order
making the
carry out, you
pizza.
don't tip.
Of course I tip, but I'm just saying.
But you tip out of fear of
People saying I don't tip.
Christy Lee.
At
came to
least
my
she's
restaurant.
telling the truth.
Yes.
Instead of you coming up with some fantastic, well, he seemed like a nice young man.
Well, the
is
kid
what
at the
it
movie
seemed.
theater has no idea who I am.
You have no idea.
You don't know who knows who.
Well,
you
that's
are.
okay. That's. I mean, let's take that out of it. Yeah. Should you still just be tipping everybody?
What about a third option that he tips people so that he gets special treatment in the future? Is that on anybody's radar?
Yes.
He wants to be able to go, hey, this is my Chipotle. They take care of me there. I know Trevor and the fellas, they give me my bean burrito. I skip
I'm a
the
big
line.
fan of that sort of gangster behavior.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love greasing.
I like that.
Don't you hate it when you go to a restaurant you go to all the time and all the staff knows you and they give you the one that doesn't and you have to deal with how they look.
The one.
Boy, so you've said the same thing 4 different ways right now.
So I'll say,
I don't know if they know me or not. Boy, they better know me. That's all I know.
Look, I have no idea what I normally get here. Ask Amber. She usually waits on us.
Oh my gosh!
And this,
But
this
see,
might
I
sound-
had that happen. I was at a lunch and I did not pick up the tab, and the person that did not tip well, and somebody went on Twitter and said I was a bad, and it was like, whoa, wait a minute,
Yeah,
I
you-
had nothing to do with that.
You got to tip personally at group dinners because you never know the person that signs the check what they're going to do with it.
Right.
I'll always throw down just a 5 or a 10 in front of my plate at a group dinner.
Yeah, that can be a real problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found out the hard way.
I disagree. That person had an attitude problem. And, I know she got fired because of you.
Okay. I'm sorry.
You got somebody fired? Wow.
No,
I remember
that girl
story
got
now.
herself fired.
Let's look at it. Christy is opening up job opportunities in the city. Christy goes to a restaurant. All the servers get fired.
No,
whole new
they
hiring
don't.
team.
I tip well.
Yeah,
Oh,
Christy
my
did
God.
nothing wrong.
Well,
that time.
All I got to say is if Tom's been to your restaurant and you've made some new hires recently, you better tell these people who Tom is. And when he comes in, you better know what he orders, or there's going to be hell to pay.
So you go to restaurants, you don't even know what you order?
Not much of a menu reader.
I think what we've learned in the last conversation, we're all impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
And
we
maybe have no business out in society.
Maybe.
we have a news
suicide could be
story.
helpful.
Like, I don't know that.
We have a news story coming up. I forget. Did I print the one about menu anxiety?
Yep. I got it right here.
Menu anxiety.
Yeah, this is really interesting.
No, it's not. It's because everyone can order off a menu, but you.
3 in 10 Americans have menu anxiety, apparently, when ordering food from a restaurant. The survey of 2,000 adults found younger generations were far more likely to have anxiety while ordering. 41% of Gen Z have menu anxiety, and among millennials 18 to 43 that have
That's quite of a spread. 20 to 50%.
Only 15% of Gen X and baby boomers report having menu anxiety. So it'd be opposite of what is written here.
Didn't she say
for him?
You said 18 to 41%.
Was that the age?
18 to 43.
Percent or-
41%.
Oh.
15% Gen X baby boomers, 44 to 77.
You're right, Chick. That doesn't make
Older folks don't have menu anxiety, apparently.
Of course
Right.
not.
I won't go to Greek restaurants.
Why?
Please tell me why.
Because they don't tell you how to pronounce that thing with this big stick.
Why don't you just do
Gyro?
Stick?
Is it gyro, gyro, whatever?
Well, if you're getting
It's
a
a
big stick,
gyro.
it's not a euro at all.
Why don't you say
You're talking about where the lamb meat is.
That's in lamb.
No, gyro. It's gyro.
Don't say gyro. Just order lamb. We've all decided on gyro. I don't know where you were.
Are they toying with me when I said like a gyro? They go, you mean a gyro?
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, I don't. It's gyro.
Yeah. Also, you're very fun to mess with. Goofing with you is a good time. You get confused. You get scared.
Yeah,
it's
I
a lot
built
of fun for everybody.
I built a very nice living out of it. So, it's
So you
pretty
skew
good.
these results because you have total menu anxiety.
Yeah, I ask a lot of. I just like to ask what's good and go from there.
No, this is our fault because you say things like wind cooker, and we understand that you mean air fryer. We've let you rely on us too much. When you go into the world, you think you can rely on people.
Yeah.
Read a menu. Order a sandwich that's on the menu.
Do you have menu anxiety at all, Willie?
Not at all.
You seem pretty confident.
I have the opposite. I go, look at all this food I can get. How exciting is this?
You know what I hate? I do get menu anxiety when the menu's on the board behind somebody.
Oh, I hate that.
Because you can't hardly
Okay.
read it, and it's small, and
No,
yes.
I hate more than anything.
What?
Having to use that square thing with all the goofy stuff on it.
Goofy stuff. What does he mean by goofy
Is it
stuff?
you mean a
The
QR code?
The QR code. Can't stand that.
Willie, I'm sorry. I just did what you asked. You said we should stop doing.
With all that goofy stuff on it, and he thought we were going to understand what that means.
We did.
I thought you meant you had Bazooka Joe cartoons on there.
He
Goofy
does this
stuff.
all the time. He hardly participates in any conversations.
You know what I'm
anymore.
saying? Josh, you failed
He'll
me
come
here.
up to you and he'll go, so I was at the car wash. Yeah, I was at the car wash. And it goes on for hours, and
But
he's not
see-
said anything.
At least with the QR code, you can scan it. It's on your phone. You can read it. The boards behind people.
Yeah, I
you have
hate
to
that.
get right up on top, and then you get a line behind you, and
That gets a little stressful.
But I would
Yeah.
I would like to do something here. I would like really nice restaurants to please put pictures of your food. It's driving me crazy now.
No, life isn't a diner.
No, because I was at this really nice place over the weekend, and I found myself going like this, and then saying to the waitress, "What's that?"
Oh, God, what a hillbilly.
No, I think
What a hillbilly.
Sometimes these
What
exotic
you got over there?
these exotic dishes. Show me a picture of it.
Sir,
Come
that's
on.
a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah, what to you is an exotic dish?
Sir, that's our dishwasher. Don't point at him.
I'm just saying, it'd be a lot easier. I mean, there's a reason they do it. They do it at that Mexican place Verde. Got nice pictures of the stuff. Oh, what's that thing? Okay, I don't know a tamale from a tortilla from a whatever Esperanto. I'd like a photograph of it so I know what I'm
Denny's
getting.
does that.
Good. That's a smart move. I'd like to see some of these higher end places start doing that.
You know what I've never done is picked a dessert off of a dessert tray. Have you guys ever
Oh,
done
I have.
where it's wheeled to your
I
table?
did it last
You go,
weekend.
Oh, I'll have that one.
Yes. I had
Is
the
it-
creme
that-
brulee
that
with
must be kind of a
berries on
That's
it.
why I like the cafeteria. Oh, look.
By the
Look
way,
at that.
Josh,
Those chicken livers look great. Hey, the Jello's red. Cool.
sometimes those are just display desserts. They bring the one out from
Yeah.
the back. You can't just grab it. They get
Right,
very
that
mad.
is true.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Michael Rosenbaum and his Smallville co-stars take you behind the scenes of one of the greatest shows of all time.
We're going to watch every episode.
Join us. It's Big Talk.
You remember when I had to shave my head?
Oh, I think I was angry with this one.
On Smallville.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
The scene you did, and this is the one that got me fired. Okay.
What?
Here we go.
I love the excursions with me and Welling. It's everything that Superman stands for.
It's Talkville.
Talkville, we always talk about it. It's a great thing.
The Smallville Rewatch Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.